Yo, as the room fill up, be sure to smash upon the like button. No doubt. Come on. Life like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Cowboys 2-1, not 1-2. But you will think that we are 1-2. I get it. Some will think that we are 0-3. Can somebody remind me what the record is? Cowboys seeking red zone solutions times game flow plus more. Let's go. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation groove? Come on. Where all the goofies at? Come on. Hey. Ho. Come on. Who missed me? Cause this is my first time going live since the doggone, by myself basically. Since Sunday, huh? Since you've been gone. Hey, Alina la raza, mucho elegante. Should have bought a taco, huh? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Come on! Hey! All right. Who got their head from out of the ground, man? I know, I get it. You know, a lot of people are still angry about losing to the Cardinals, but, you know, I think the Super Bowl is won and lost in week 3. I guess that's how you got to look at it, right? And the Cowboys are going on the 28th season. It will be an annual problem that the Cowboys always will have. And I get it, right? Mike McCarthy came out earlier this year and said he's not striving to be the number 1 offense in the National Football League. He's not striving to be the number 1 offense in the National Football League, right? He is not striving to be that. And we have became a team that been stagnant. But what if I told you, upon further review of looking at some of the tape, looking back over everything, if I were to tell you guys this right here, that last week was the very first week ever that set of offensive linemen played together. What if I told you that? You know, Terrence Steele never played with TJ, nor Brock Hoffman. Brock Hoffman never played with Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith never played with Chuma Edoga, right? The offensive line is the only unit that everybody must be on the same page. Nobody can go rogue. And if they do, then it will trickle down. The easiest thing to ever do when you play an offensive lineman, I've never been 300 pounds. Thank God I've never been 300 pounds. I wouldn't want to be 300 pounds. I love my size, but I don't know how it feels to move around 300 pounds. Let me know if you're 300 pounds and you like being 300 pounds moving around, by the way. But what I'm saying here is that those boys, those 300-pound linemen, must be on the same page. Got to be on the same rhythm. Got to be singing from the same hymnal. And got to be on the same page collectively. And here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. There are no excuses when we say facts about these things. Matter of fact, these are the facts that most people don't want to hear. And for the Cowboys, one can argue that the offense didn't lay the egg most of the time in this past game. It was the defense that pretty much stunk up the joint. But that's a whole nother conversation here. Sadiq with a super chat, early super chat, by the way. Law, salute. I pray all is well. And Lauren enjoyed her birthday. Yes, she did. I am here. Hello, chat room. Hit that button. Y'all know what button she talking about hitting. So when we start talking about those things, ladies and gentlemen, remember when I say this, no other team is going to be sitting back looking at this situation and say, hey, man, the expectation will be the same. I'm watching the game last night, and what's his name? Oh, okay. A guy just getting $250 million. And with a calf situation, although they were able to pull that game out of the mud, this dude was 25 for 49. He couldn't throw for me to this camera. Now, they won, but nobody is talking about, hey, man, what's up with those throws? You see the levels of expectations remains the same here. Who saw that game, by the way? Joe Burrow's one of the better passers and throwers of the ball. But the expectation, the exact same injury that he have right now is the exact same injury that our quarterback had in 2021. And could we use that as an excuse, ladies and gentlemen? Could anyone saw the Cowboys being able to be privileged to use that as an excuse? No, at the time they said, hey, win the game. It doesn't matter. And last I checked, even in 2021, see people say, hey, did Joe win the game? Yeah, that team won the game. I saw it without that rushing touchdown with Joe Mixon, they lose the game, right? So you got to add and contextualize everything, ladies and gentlemen. In 2021, we did win plenty of games, but we couldn't use the leg as an excuse. In 2022, you couldn't use the thumb as an excuse. It's all about W's over here. And the media got their attention, right? So fast forwarding now, when we play against the New England Patriots, people are going to be watching. Now, we have won, I believe, 9 consecutive games at home. Or is it 8? Somebody can help me out. I think Cowboys in charge got the exact number there. And 9 times out of 10, we do play good at home. And we do. And we are looking for us to wash away some of those red zone inefficiencies that we had last week. Now, one can argue, looking back at tape, I did hear Mike McCarthy say out of his mouth they had to cut back some of the plays. So there's a cry, a battle cry for the Cowboys to say, hey, let's go get Elijah Elliott. Let's bring him back. Even though he played for the New England Patriots, we should have kept Zeke. And y'all know, I was one of the first people to point out, hey, yeah, 12 touchdowns. You're going to surely miss those tubs. Oh, yeah, you're going to miss those inside zone runs inside when we were down there in the red zone, right? We're going to miss that. But I'm going to tell you, after Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Charlotte Jones, Anderson, all of them, when they looked at the budget sheet and they said, Zeke, you asking for $8 million, we finna slice your roll in half, and all we can give you is 2.5. We can give you $2 million. Man, that's too less of money, man. I'm Ezekiel Elliott, man. I can't play for no $2 million. I'll test the market out. I'll have my agent Rocky Arsenal to see what I can get out of the market. I ain't finna play for crumbs, plus be a different role on this team. And they did a financial decision. And for those who crying about Dalton Schultz, don't y'all know Dalton Schultz wanted $14.5 million. That's Travis Kelce money. So the Cowboys made a financial decision, even though they had to understand that there was going to be some growing pains with the tight end room. And normally what teams do in this fashion, they get a veteran tight end, right, so that your youthful tight end will not go through that growing pain. And excuse me, Ferguson, Hendershot, as well as Schoonmaker, they ain't doing a terrible job. They just not doing an excellent job. And truth be told, I don't know what Schultz is doing over there in Texans land, but I haven't heard his name being brought up as doing any type of job over there. So what we can't do, ladies and gentlemen, if it's just like that, the new Swedes that you have, and fellas, they sometimes moonwalk back. The new Swedes that they have, they had a great time with her, wonderful time. And the day she stopped cooking for you and stopped giving stuff to you, I'm going to keep it PG-13, kids, so it's okay. You're going to go down the road before, you're going to go down the road one way or another. You can't all of a sudden pull out your phone and literally text the ex and say, hey, big head. Hey, big head. Hey, how you doing? You can't start liking her pictures and start calling her out of the blue saying, hey, I was just thinking about you. When you moved on, you moved on. Now, some of y'all go try to double dip. Crush with the super chat. Is it bad that I think we need to trade Tyron Smith? Well, I'm gonna get onto that Tyron Smith situation. He's the one that put us more in the jam last week, more than any player on the field. Because heading into that game, less than a few hours before that game, hey, man, I'm hurt. Hey, man, I can't play. What you mean? What you mean? You can't play? What's going on? Hey, my knee. My knee. You know what I'm saying? My knee on my neck, or my back. My knee, neck, back. What's going on? So those things equals that. Scott Simpson says Zeke Schultz 17 touchdowns. Zeke Schultz was 14 million plus 8.5 million. That's also a situation that the Cowboys wasn't going to play for that. And on top of that, it's a battleship. Would you prefer to have the results of what Ezekiel Elliott did for the Patriots for the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or would you prefer to have the results of what Tony Pollard and company is doing? So I think that even the combination of Tony Pollard, Rico Dido, and if Hunter Luepke, if you can just give him the ball while he's in the end zone, red zone, then there could be another favorable situation. I think that the Cowboys made a financial decision on Zeke. They didn't want to move on from him, but Zeke wanted to move on from them. If Zeke wanted to be here, he would have still been here, but he would have been here with less money. And I'm not out here advocating for players to take the less money. If my guy Schultz wanted to be here, he'll still be here, but he'll have to be in the range of less money. That's unfortunate right there. Unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Now the whole thing with Tyron, see, Tyron wanted to be here. He renegotiated his contract to be one of those contracts, whereas it's one of the best contracts I've seen on this side of Mississippi, meaning that, hey, if I don't play, I don't get paid. And on top of that, I got incentives, and I got playoff incentives. I got all of these great things as far as incentives. So if I'm on the field, I get more and more money, more and more resources, right? But, it is what it is. Ken says, shout out to you on the Facebook, you can't trade him. He has been hurt for 6 or 7 years in a row. No value in that trade. This is from my guy Ken on the Facebook. Let me pull this up all together. And I really appreciate y'all. Here's what Ken is saying. Basically, here's my thoughts on this, Ken. We see Trent Williams for the 49ers. He was hurt guy for the Washington team. The Washington team, I forgot what they traded to get rid of him for or what they got from the 49ers. But sometimes it's good to trade the guy. But, it is what it is. I think right now the trade value for Tyron Smith is a little low. But if you had any movement to trade him, it would have been 1 to 2 years ago. There's no room now due to the age aspect of it, and people can see the tea leaves as it relates to that contract. But there is situations where you could trade hurt guys or injury guys, but you got to jump on that a little faster than later. All right, so there are some ripples of news of the Cowboys asking around, allegedly, for a tight end situation. And that could be a direct reflect upon what we're talking about, missing Dalton Schultz. I'm not calling Schultz trash or anything. Keep in mind, we're only talking about the money aspect of why the Cowboys decided to move on from him. And the news and rumblings is, hey, Kyle Pitts, he's been underutilized and not used as much as possible in Falcons land. How about we make a trade offer for him? And I think on Get Up just a couple of hours ago, RG3 said, hey, let's go ahead and entertain that, And he also, to shed light on this, he also mentioned Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone, who 12 touchdowns is nothing to sneeze at, by the way. But the season is not over with. We're still heading into our fourth game of the season. A quarter in almost, a half of a quarter almost, because since they added a game. Cowboys from hell, appreciate you. Stop missing people. Gone. We have great players here now, I guess. Stop missing people. Gone. We have great players here, if I'm reading that correctly. And appreciate it for the 49 MXN currency there. Appreciate you. And shout out to you, Kicks. You got Kicks people over here, Lowe's and Home Depot, man. Put them together. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Glenn Caper says, Law, more red zones, I formation, sets, thoughts. Yes, here's my thing with this. You think that they was going to be able to fabricate that off the fly? Hey, come on, Brock Hoffman. Hey, come on, get the step count together. Hey, TJ Bass, man, we like what you did in preseason. Let's work together, man. Let's do it now. Let's throw you in the game. In the hearts of hearts, I think that if this was a playoff game, I think Zach Martin would have had his tail out there, right? I think that Tyler Biotish maybe would have just tried to give it a go, right? And on top of that, my guy, Tyron Smith, he had all of the pads on. He had neck brace, shoulder pads, knee brace on the elbow. He had everything. He looked furious on the sideline. Every time the camera panned over to him, I said, hey, man, what's going on with him? Throw him out there at least. He just dressed out for nothing, But it was one of those situations and scenarios that we didn't have our offensive linemen out there. And we still, ladies and gentlemen, I can't get mad at the offense for putting up 400 yards. 400 yards. Let me know if I'm wrong. The offense still, they did exactly what the things I'm going to point out that Coach Marv sent me a memoir on what the team need to do in order to be successful. And I think it was a very great piece that Coach Marv put out. And once you guys see it, you can tell that Coach Marv was an educator, a facilitator, and a coach altogether. I got Jay Recruiter. I know people like to pile on Tyron. Zach Martin has been missing games due to injuries. Badass might miss a couple of games like Tyler Smith. Yeah, I think that, we seeing more and more this year hamstring issues with our big boys like the Tyler Smith and as well as Tyler Biotish or Bigger Dish, because we doing more zone runs now. We are pulling our guards. We pulling our interior guys. And when they get out in space, it requires them to move. And if you listen to my guy, the OC, when he breaks down offensive line play and how much they need to fire off their legs and then get the center of gravity and base and all of that stuff, jabs and everything, all of that power comes from the glutamus, you know what I'm saying, or the latissimus dorsi and all of that stuff, the gluteus maximum and minimum and all of that stuff, that you got to have good glutes, and that's where the exact muscle part, I'm trying to keep from saying pause, right, is connected to. And if you're going to have a good hammy, then you ain't going to have good power and push. So we need that guy to be 100%. We don't need to play around with the center. And the center touches the ball 100% of the time. No one touches the ball more than him, right? So that's just how that goes. And speaking of that, let's listen to Coach. He's going to go over some of the things, some of the struggle aspect of the red zones, and then we're going to listen to some of the other things that's going around in the NFL and where do we stand at.
Issues and unfolding so late in the week, how do you balance what you did and didn't do in the red zone versus having an inexperienced group in there? And does it make it more difficult to sort through what is and isn't working down there?
No. Shout out to your Ruddy. He says we may need to go get a Kyle Pitts. Let me know what you guys would be willing to give up for a Kyle Pitts. Hey, and look, here's the game. Let me put the camera back. That's a good super chat too. in order to receive something, you got to give something, you know. Yeah. In order to receive something, you got to give. And you got to be able to be willing to give, right? So you just can't sit back and say, all right, you know, Atlanta, I'll give you TJ Bash. And let's say here, let me give you Izzy McCormick. You know what I'm saying? 4 Cal Pitts. Atlanta going to be like, hey, wait a minute now, hold on. There ain't a soul for a soul, right? They going to want something with blood, man. They going to want something that's going to be valuable for them, right? If the Cowboys are really valuing the tight end spot, and if they really know where look, if the Cowboys all in, right? If they feel like they're 1 player away, what the world is a first-round pick for them, right? They can look at it as a 31st or a 32nd pick, right? Technically, a high-value second-round pick. What's the deal with a second or a third, right? They can do something like that. Or they can figure out a way. I seen someone and they called in. I forgot his name. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But they can probably look at Michael Gallup. He's from Atlanta and say, hey, man, you know, hey, we love you. Hey, you had a great day the other day. But we're going to send you off to Atlanta, you know, for Cal Pitts. We really believe in Jalen Tolbert right now. And I think that he could be the future for us. Sayonara, you know, that could be the situation. I'm not saying to get rid of Michael Gallup, but in order to get something, you got to receive something to get something. You got to get something to receive something. You know what I'm saying? Give something to receive something. So that's just how it goes. And believe it or not, for those who don't know, that's how the universe work or the multiverse work. Shoot, Black Lion says 3rd rounder for Pitts. Yeah, they're going to want a little bit more flesh than that. You know what I'm saying? They're in the shot right now. They're going to need something to complement Bijan Robinson, right? They're going to need something to help them out with their other pieces that they're going to have to fill in their voided area, even though they don't use Cal Pitts. So you're going to have to give them an offer to tickle their fancy, right? You know, that's just what it is, man. So, better let Tolbert go before Gallup or trade. Yeah, they can offer. Hey, Tolbert, you was a 2nd-round draft pick for us. Was he a 2nd or 3rd? Y'all help me out. Or 3rd round. I think he was a 3rd-round draft pick. We will give Tolbert for Cal Pitts. There could be a situation. You know, leave no stone unturned. Look, the difference is, and I'm not finna bloviate and pump up the Eagles. But how we do those type of things, Howie Roseman will figure out a way. And before y'all say anything, don't let it go by too late. Then all of a sudden you fall asleep and everybody else working. We got breaking news. The Eagles done traded for Kyle Pitts. They think that could help out Jalen Hurts, right? Shoot, Jalen Hurts. See, the difference is, what Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to get on to this a little later on, but since we on this topic, and this is like you guys sway the conversations, you know, show. Jalen Hurts had, dare I say, like a Dak Prescott performance the other night. A worser performance than Dak Prescott. But what does defense do, ladies? What does defense do? They didn't give up 1,000 yards on the field. Shoot, that defense was able to maintain and stay in. And then, of course, you talking about Baker Mayfield. But somebody can make the argument and say, hey, man, Dobbs, Baker Mayfield, you know, come on, a lot of comparables. But you can literally see that that's complementary. Complementary football. Complementary football, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, and the penalties, Smalls, we appreciate you. Shoot, you can't, as an undisciplined team, even though they got it out for you, got warrants, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know it. I'm a black brother, you know what I'm saying, in America. You know, you going to get not the benefit of the doubt you walking in the wrong neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I know I ain't a fool. I drove around some areas. Sure. Hey, brother. Hey. What's going on around here? You know? Hey, man, I'm just trying to go to my crib over here. Okay, well, why don't you slow it down now? Yes, a little bit. Hey, I've been in areas. I'm from Mississippi. I know how it is. So you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt when you are the Dallas Cowboys. The aficionados I never seen in my life on another team. Hey, penalty in the red zone, end zone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's just pick it up. I think I didn't see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Bull sugar. Gallup was doggone mugged on that play. Pushed out of the play. Couldn't even make a play for the ball. And they pull that flag up. Come on, man. J. Diz says, would you trade for a trench player before a weapon? Give me which side of the ball, though. Give me which side of the ball this. Is this on offense or defense? You know what I'm saying? Is this on offense or defense? Because I would say this. Do we have a Chris Jones, a Simmons kid that's like that over there for the Tennessee? Is it Jay Simmons? We don't have that, but I'm looking at what Osa and I'm looking at what Hankins and I'm looking at what Mozzie is doing as a rotational piece. If you go back and watch the game, I'm not seeing those boys getting gashed inside. No. We over pursuit. That's how we got beat up on the run game, on the edges. Do I have to find that little? I'm going to see if I can find it right quick because here it is right here. Boom. You know, we got killed on the edges right here. We got killed on the edges. And that's what killed us. We didn't have no edge control. And that's been our issue. No edge control. And that's what we're playing hero ball. Discipline. You know, when you have the edge control gel, the ladies know it's going to look good. It's going to look better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to look fantastic. But I want y'all to screenshot that. You know, I want you to screenshot that. I want you to screenshot that. Yes, indeed. So we didn't have good enough situations to combat against that. We had damages of the edge. Edge is pushed all the way back. Just terrible. As in other words, they say terrible. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to. Let me see if I can. I got the edge control up here. When you have good edges, it's gonna look good. It's gonna, let me find a little picture, you know, get that out the way. But when you have bad edges, this is the type of edge we had. Bad edges cut all the way back. You know what I'm saying? No edge control gel on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no offense to the lady, but she got bad edges. And that's what we look like, man. We didn't have no edge control at all, ladies and gentlemen. B. Wee says Ferg already has a better career than Pitts and seems to be showing more. I know Pitts was hype coming out, but who's the better player? Oh, he flipped it. You know, he's saying, hey, Ferguson right now. I guess both will be nice on the field together, though. So basically, what they're saying is basically, we all know that it's going to take 1 to 2 more years for Schoonmaker to develop, right? And you can check out Boss Cowboy Sports. He break that tight end stuff down like a fraction. Of course, we can see the potentials of Jake Ferguson, right? And he's already starting off pretty good. And Peyton Hendershot, I think that he's having more of a sophomore slump, you know, just like what some of the other players, the younger players, are having sometimes. And that's just what it is. So he's having a sophomore slump, kind of like my guy, Damone Clark. He's having a little sophomore slump. And that's going to be given to you. And that's something that we're going to have to work on and fix on. But a combo of Ferguson and Kyle Pitts, Woo! That'll be nice there. That'll be nice. But back to the edges, man. We lost. Let's listen to this dude.
I think, overall, I thought the guys that had to step up played really well. I thought, I'll start with Brock. I think, we didn't miss a beat in terms of the communication, the leadership. He's still got the same cover and finish that Tyler Biotic has.
Big addition.
So I thought he did a really nice job communicating. We tried to go silent, or we started to use normal cadence at first, and that was one of the false start penalties we had. We couldn't hear, so we had to adjust that. But I thought he played really well. T.J. Bass is a young player that we've talked about in here from time to time. Big, strong, physical. His ability to recover when he gets edged or beat on an inside or outside move is really impressive. His lower body strength, his ability to stay connected to the ground is really good. And then, Chuma's just been a guy that's been able to do so many good things for us, whether it's guard, tackle, whatever it is. So, injuries are part of this business. I thought we adjusted. I don't think that was part of the red zone problems. I think the red zone bottom line is we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot. If you put yourself in third down and long in the red zone, it's hard. And so I think that's where we got to look, and we got to find a way.
That's what she say.
Way of winning first and second down there. Too many third and longs, and so what happens is you get shell defense, or you get where they play soft umbrella. They try to make you throw the ball underneath, and that's kind of hard. So a big emphasis for us is going to be getting ahead of the sticks down in the red zone. That's throwing the football, running the football efficiently, and then in terms of playing above the 2.3. Part of red zone football is scrambles, and I didn't think we did a great job reacting, and our spacing wasn't great in that regard. So starts with me having to coach it better, make those opportunities show up. But we're excited about the chance to get back to work, and we know that we did so many good things. But man, that we should have been able to punch a couple of those.
No doubt, no doubt. So with that being said, he broke it down pretty good. He said that the offensive line play wasn't that terrible down inside, and as a coach, you ain't gonna throw your players up under the bus. That holding call, I believe it was on Chuma Edoga, right? And that put us a little bit further back than what was necessary for in that game. And it made it very difficult for us to have third and long in red zone, right? So, yeah, I know that these going to sound like excuses, but these are – look, you can't live life without explaining it and giving you guys the facts of it, right? If that's not the case, nor the scenario, everybody I'm talking to that's in the chat should be multimillionaires. There should be no excuses for you. You know what I'm saying? There should be no excuses for me to be at the level of ESPN as far as viewership, right? What's my excuse, right? Why I'm not there? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Law, you just making excuses, man. You're supposed to be able, with the tools and the resources that you have, you're supposed to be like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast over here on YouTube. No. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And the fact of the matter is, when you get inside that red zone, money zone, green zone opportunity, quarterback got to set up. The quarterback got to go through his progressions. And if you are a second late, if you are a tick late, then it's going to be a ripple effect, right? You're going to see some imbalances where Chuma, he's holding instead of standing still and getting his feet inside and getting his hands shooting inside to move players out the way. And when you running the ball, and if you're not going vertically, you're going horizontally, and if these guys can't get a hat on a hat, then it's turnovers on down. Or it's incomplete pass. Or it's rushing through my delivery, and I'm not able to set up this next play for the next one. That's just how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. But some people will look at it and say, hey, man, those are just bevies of excuses. Well, explain to me why you're not a millionaire or why you're not a billionaire and why this station is not growing the way it's supposed to grow. Are those excuses or are those facts? You see what I'm saying? Chuma, there's not a soul that's watching that sat down and said, you know what? Let's put Chuma Edoga at left tackle. I would love to see him at left tackle. No one thought that he would play left tackle. No one thought that he would play left tackle. Let me repeat. Nobody thought that he would play left tackle. I've seen him play some right tackle. I've seen him thrown at left tackle in practice out there at Oxnard. And God almighty, I said, thank God he's no longer in there at that spot because he got blown off the ball completely. Right? Now, we did see, and I did some film analysis on him playing inside at guard when he played for Atlanta, when he skirted to another team. I believe it was the Jets or what have you. I think that he did a great job against the Giants as well as the Jets, playing inside as guard. And I'm not saying that we know more than the Cowboys front office and staff, but we have to understand that there's going to be a levels of growing pains going through that by throwing a guy in within the last minutes to say, hey, let's play left tackle. Jay Lombardi says nobody. And Dallas Cowboy hard hitter says Chuma. I'm not going to call the brother that. You know what I'm saying? Sanjay says run defense. Much of a liability is red zone defense. Don't forget the drive Giants had running down on the D. Yeah. How do we get better at run defense? On the edges, basically, because, this is killing me, man, right here. The edge control, man. Like, what can we put on this to solidify? Because we got Mozzie, that helps something out right here. But on the farther edge over here, how can we break this down? What do we need to apply? What type of ointment do we need? Is it surgery? Do we need to pull the hair from the back and rotate it up to the front? How do we correct this edge issue, ladies and gentlemen? Mostly ladies, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard that you can wear something too tight, right? And if you're not allowing the blood to flow up there and the follicles of the hair is not getting the right nutrients of the blood which deliver the oxygen, to those follicles, the hair begins to die. The hair begins to no longer grow there. So how do we fix this issue, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Because you can cover it up. You can put something over it, but the edges still will be bad. A strong wind, it's gone, you know what I'm saying? But it'll look good. It'll look good if you do it right and nobody think to blow. A strong fan, if you don't have it on there good, it'll blow that little wig piece off. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know, baby, you know what I'm saying? What ointment do we need? Yes, indeed. Curtis says linebackers, you know what I'm saying? Benny Blaze, hey, Law, man, you tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? My auntie got one of those problems, But we got problems with edge control, you know what I'm saying? And we need to put some type of gel. We need to get that thing going because what we don't need to see, again, is this picture right here. Fihoko needs to play some snaps at defensive end.
Those touchdowns in.
From a Clarence telegram, from a theoretical standpoint, when you're trying to have success in the red zone, and everything has to be perfect scheme-wise, how tough it is when you don't have a Mike Evans or a Dez Bryant or Gronk, some big mismatch down there that you can get those one-on-one things.
Yeah, we have plenty of mismatch guys. I think, again, it just when you come down to it, there was just plays where we're this close. Brandon Cooks has one on the boundary, he's this close. Michael gets behind the corner on one, it's that close. I mean, there were plenty of opportunities. I mean, we just again, it's one of those days where it didn't come together. And in a game like that where you're moving the ball up and down the field and you feel really good about it, we just never were able to find a rhythm down there. And again, I think where it starts is when you put yourself in a second and long or third and long situation, the advantages to the defense because they've got a couple things that they want to do. They know you have to try to throw the ball a little deeper into the end zone, and that makes it difficult. And you got to give them some credit. They did a really nice job. They matched some of our patterns really, really well. And when we were forced off the spot, we weren't able to capitalize on those like we have in the past. No doubt, no doubt. B. Wee says our golden boy play one is why our run defense sucked. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Are you talking about J-Ron Curse? J-Ron? Are you talking about J-Ron, right? All right, so me and Koye, we did some analysis just the other day,
And we'll get on to that super chat. I appreciate you that. When they talked about, players like a Mike Evans, like a Dez Bryant, and being able to shield out and post out, you're going to have your quarterback to practice those things. You're going to have, and I'm not saying that they're not, according to Mike McCarthy today at practice or this week in practice, I meant to say it's an off day, I believe, today, or treatment day, that they're going to do more and more of red zone stuff. And I don't blame them. This is what this is what the season's supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to peak. You definitely don't want to peak in September. You don't want to peak in October. You still trying to figure out things, what your team can and can't do. This team that's in September should look totally different in a positive way in November. And in November, you should be gearing up to be ready for January. And if you make it out of January into February, oh, my goodness, that's champagne bottles and everything popping. And for those who thought my birthday was the other day, no. My birthday is February the 2nd. In the 90s, I had some great birthdays in the 90s, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my birthday weekend, dog. You know what I'm saying? Woo! I witnessed 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back to that good feeling right there. It feels good. And I'm trying to get back there, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all of the Aquariuses in the house, too, by the way. So Jabbar says, Law, we need a power back for the red zone. Jonathan Taylor would be nice. And here's my thoughts. We got until, the Patriots did sign Will Grier, so he's going to be an informant right now. Will Grier knows the playbook. He knows everything that the Cowboys are trying to do, too, this coming game. So, I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you, Nikki. February the 1st in the house. The Jonathan Taylor thing. If the Cowboys feel that they are this close away from winning it all, and I know it's still September, then you got to make that move. Ladies and gentlemen, when is the trade deadline? When is the trade deadline? So let me know in the chat. Let me know. Zeke and Greer, informants, Shout out to you, Torrey Davis, February 18th. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in. Week 8. Oh, shoot. Week 8, week 9. We got plenty of time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. Week 8. Did they move it back? Sure. Adrian, don't worry. Don't worry. Y'all 3-0 now, But a loss is around the corner. And I got some stuff prepared, ready for to go, right? I got some stuff ready to go. I got some clips ready to go for y'all. So, Yeah. So if the trade deadline is not until week 8, week 9-ish, we still got some evaluations to do. Let me repeat, we still got some evaluations to do. So the Cowboys should be good in that factor. Let's go. Let's listen to this.
Todd Archer with ESPN, you've competed against Belichick defenses a lot over the years. What do you expect from them in the red zone? You always hear about the variety of packages they bring. What do you expect this week from them?
Obviously a great coach. A lot of history with him, both in Seattle and then for 6 years with the Jets. His big thing is he wants to make you play left-handed. He's going to try to take away your best players, so he'll have a plan for trying to find our pieces and whether he wants to take CD away or how he wants to attack the run game. But just a terrific coach, and it's a fun matchup to look forward to. There'll always be something unscouted that you haven't seen. Again, I've always enjoyed my competition against him, but they're playing really well. I mean, they're very physical, one of the most fundamentally sound teams you'll see. They don't make a lot of mistakes, very gap conscious in the run game, do a really good job from a coverage standpoint. If there's a better young corner in the league than Gonzalez, be hard pressed to find. He's playing at a really high level. They matched him on Tyreek a couple weeks ago, Garrett Wilson yesterday. So really playing at a high level. So another really good challenge for us defensively. The good news is there is some carryover from the 3-4 aspect that we just saw against Arizona. But again, ton of respect for not just Coach Belichick, but the entire team and the way they play and the way they have their guys prepared every week. Be another great matchup for us.
No doubt, Belichick is a type of coach that down the stretch, he uses. I recall even Tom Brady had slow starts at Patriots, so they used literally the first few weeks as chess games of how to figure out what they can and can't do. So Judon is going to be a guy that's going to rip apart some of the pieces on this Dallas Cowboys offensive front. If we have a Chuma Edoga still out there, we need to figure out whether or not Tyler Smith will be there, Tyler. And, of course, I think that they are thinking to keep Brock Hoffman in as the center for this upcoming game. Normally, hamstrings take a minute before they can get ready real out there. And Zach Martin, he need to play, bro. At the end of the day, man, put some spats on that ankle, man. Wrap that thing up twine, get out there. We need Zach Martin. We needed him last week, right? And then Terrence Steele, he's no one to sneeze at, so I think that he's going to be okay. So with that being said, this could be the good old political fight that we always have with contract situations with a player who's in his contract all of a sudden, hey, man, what's going on? And it could be the whole situation with Tyler Biadasz. I'm not putting that out there, but since we new media, hell, we can say whatever that we want to say over here. It could be. All of a sudden you showing up on the doggone injury hurt report. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, that's not the case. But they're getting a real good look at Brock Hoffman. And we will see, man, if he can stand tall in this game. Sway B says Quinn isn't adjusting. Maybe Micah edge side expected to run to the side. Law, correct me if I'm wrong. Gilly has been the weakest link in our CB room thus far. Where Gilly has been an improvement for this room is that he brings a lot of wisdom and understanding to the game. Now, Gilly last game, where you can argue and say, man, Hollywood flipped him inside and out, right? And then, man, and the week before that, he judged wrong. He judged wrong, and he let people know, hey, man, I should have pressed him. I gave him free releases at the top of the route, and Gary Wilson was able to cross my path and score. I saw it coming, So I'm not going to say the weakest link but when you look back at tape and you look at what Bland did, for those who watched the tape, he only gave up 20 yards and 2 receptions. I would live with that for the rest of the year. two receptions, 20 yards. Give me that, Bland. Give me that, But I'm not going to call him the weakest link, but I'm going to call it he haven't been impressive to the point where we can pound on our chest and say, hey, man, he's a shutdown corner. You know what I'm saying? What we're seeing out of Gilly is that he's far better than what Anthony Brown and all of those other DBs that we used to have in the past on that side, right? And what takes some of the shine away is Trayvon Diggs down for the season, right? That takes all of that away. That kills a third of your confidence too. So confidence do matter, by the way. Confidence matter. And if you guys don't have confidence, try it, Be bold today. If you want to, look, you got an interview and you sitting down, ask for the job. Ask for it. Somebody got an interview this week. Say, when can I start? When can I start? You know what I'm saying? Be confident. Be bold. You see that girl you like, walk up to her and say, hey, if I could be anything in this world, I'll be the tears that was born in your eyes, lived on your cheeks, died on your lips. Let's go out for a cup of coffee. Be confident. Walk boldly. You know what I'm saying? And watch what that do for you, even if you timid and shy. Stand firm to that bully. You know what I'm saying? Already have some, extra weapons ready, but let them talk about you. Then be confident. Swing that first blow. You know what I'm saying? and then make sure you already have your escape hatch already ready. You know what I'm saying? But at least you done did your job, right? Confidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm much more than a conqueror. You know what I'm saying? You know, Rev says, "Law with the best simp line ever." Yeah, well, we'll be a comfortable simp. You know what I'm saying? You know, girl, don't be the one that, girl, I'll drink your tub water. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, "Hey, girl, I'll pay your bill." You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's the best one there, bro. Cup of coffee is the best pickup line ever. What woman don't like coffee? You know what I'm saying? You know, that's half the work. That's half the battle. And if she say yes, hey, you know, and if she say no, ask her friend. Girl, Tyrone took me out for coffee. You should have said yes. He done gave me that good coffee. Yes, indeed. Espresso, you know.
John Michaud, The Athletic. What did you think of Michael Gallup's play yesterday?
I thought it was
Don't pay
awesome.
our bills, though. Don't pay all our
Again,
bills.
yeah,
Now. No, don't do that.
Seen us connect on that late one. But again, we got the question a couple weeks ago about, you know, MG, and like we say all the time, you just never know. You never know where the ball is going to go. But you see him high pointing the ball down the boundary. That was one of the things we wanted to do this last game, was kind of attack their young corners, and he was able to do that both versus press man to man. He got behind the guy on our sideline, and then you know, he showed his ability to catch a hitch and make the guy miss. So again, he's the type of guy that when he's one-on-one and you get a chance to get him running vertically, you know, more times than not, he's going to come down with the ball. But I just love the way he's wired. You know, it's never been about how many catches he has. It's about us winning. And I think when you talk to our group as a whole, that's the way our guys are wired. We just want to win games. And, you know, I thought he did a ton of terrific things yesterday that gave us a chance to win the game. And unfortunately, we fell short because we weren't able to get the ball in the red zone.
Hey, Brian. Sadi's of The Athletic. In the red zone, you guys were the top team in the NFL last year. With Dalton leaving, Zeke leaving, how much of it is a personnel adjustment for you guys as well to figure out which players can capitalize in that area of the field?
To be fair, Schottenheimer, Dalton, and Zeke, if I'm not mistaken, last year was his first year here, wasn't it? He wasn't here in 2021. He came aboard in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. He could have been here in 2021. Y'all help me out. So his knowledge of Schultz, and of course, I can say this with Ezekiel Elliott, been very limited. Very limited. So I think that now I see it, because this is my first time listening to this interview. This is my very first time. And I'm hearing where all of this, hey, man, where's Zeke? Where's Zeke? Where's Schultz? Oh, man, where's Schultz at? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm seeing where it coming from. It's coming from our own beat writers and our reporters, right? And I know everybody need a storyline to say something. But at the end of the day, you got to move on, man. You know, you just got to move on, man. That dude get his check from the Patriots now, and Schultz getting good money from the Texans now. Ain't nothing they can do for you this upcoming weekend. Even if he say, yeah, these dudes were the best combination I can ever think of. Because all it's going to do is rip down and tear down the very much so mindset of the people that you already have. Sometimes you just got to move on, man. And Cowboys, I think that our local media, we tend to hold on to these players themselves, right? And I could be 1,000,000% wrong, but nobody want to hear that, right? Come on, move on.
Yeah, again, you know, every year is different. Each week is different. I think this is more of something for us where, again, like I stated earlier, it's not a personnel issue. It's more of, hey, how do we get ourselves in second and manageable? How do we get ourselves in third down and manageable where you're not up against it a little bit? And again, that's got nothing to do with third down. That's got to do with let's not have penalties, right? We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times yesterday with some penalties. I think of the 7, we had 3 in the red zone. That certainly hurts you. But this is not a matchup thing. You know, we've got terrific players, and we just have to execute better. We have to coach better. And when the plays are there to be made, we have to do those things. And it'll be a big emphasis for us this week. We'll get it started early. We'll rep the hell out of it. We'll make sure that we feel good about the plan. But again, it's certainly not something to do with our players. We have really, really talented guys that we feel very good about. And like anything, when you have something that you struggle with, what do? You emphasize it. And the way our players are wired, they're going to bounce back and they'll accept that challenge. And I think we'll play really well this week down there.
All right, so I ain't going to listen no more, man. It's about another 10 minutes, and somebody else going to say, well, what about, so I can see the next person going to ask them about, doggone Jason Witten. Can we bring back Jason Witten? Have you thought about bringing him back? I'm for real, man. DeMarcus Ware was in the Ring of Honor. Can you bring him back? Maybe if you bring DeMarcus Ware back, hear me out, he can set the edge while you rush Parsons in the inside. He looked like he can still play, by the way. What's your thoughts on DeMarcus Ware? I'm for real, man. I'm just being real, man. So we got to move on. I just spent, since Zeke been here, I spent over thousands of dollars on his jersey to give away and to give to family members and stuff like that, helmets and stuff like that. Even got the Zeke helmet right here behind me. You know what I'm saying? So he's gone, shout out to him. The path, I used to say all the time, the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man, But Zeke is gone now. And Schultz, man, shout out to him. He was a friend of mine. He blocked me, then he unblocked me, and now he blocked me back again. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Schultz, man. May he do a great job this weekend, wherever he's at. But I do got to say this, that it's hard to evaluate somebody when they don't have the ball. Deuce Vaughn was a drafted pick for us, right? How many times did he touch the ball this weekend? I would have liked to see him down there. He got wiggle. He got burst. He can get upfield. He's hard to see. It would have been nice in the red zone, give him a chance. You can't miss what you don't have, right? Shoot. And that's what happened to us. We definitely didn't miss Deuce last week because he didn't get a chance to play. So with that being said, create packages for him. And then I got a chance to see Hunter these last 3 weeks. Give him the ball. Give him the ball when you're in the red zone, when you inside your own 10. Yes, he can block. He can get in there. He's a willing blocker. We've seen him get to the next level. How about giving him the ball by the chance? You know what I'm saying? Not give it to someone else. So great plays where you can utilize the guys that you have. So you won't be missing the things that you don't have. You know what I'm saying? As they say, I forgot which philosopher it was. It could be Nietzsche. It could be someone else. I don't know. But he said, do not spoil what you have by desiring the things that you don't have. Because at one point in time, the very much so the thing that you do have was something that you dreamed for. You want it. People want it. Some people wanted Zeke to be gone. He's gone now, ladies and gentlemen. Some people wanted, Schultz to be gone. He's gone. So it's just time to move on. I know it's hard because in this game, in this sport, we fall in love with players, but sometimes you just got to move on. With that being said, the Cowboys, as I uttered earlier, far as standings and things like that, we no longer been the number one offense in the league anymore, right? Who do y'all think is the number one offense? It's got to be Miami, right? The number two offense in the National Football League, the LA Chargers. They're the number two offense. And the reason why you can get up there to those numbers is exactly when we look back at the tape, we say these things. We wanted change. There's no longer Kellen Moore. And this will be the repercussions of no longer having Kellen Moore. You will not be the number one offense. You will not have those gaudy numbers. You will have some stalemates inside your own 20. But this is not a battle cry to say, hey, bring them back, man. I want to be up there again, man. I'm tired of being down here not on the list anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. Strategy, scheme, and system, regardless of the results of us being 2-1, some of y'all right now would prefer being 1-2, but having a top 5 or top 3 offense. Right now, somebody right now would want that, right? And now, shoot, Miami averaging 550 yards. God dog, this is my first time reading this. Ooh, woo. But I'm telling you, a well-balanced team is like where San Fran is at. And number 4 in total offense. God dog, Miami offense, man. I'm telling you guys, they the Florida Relays over there, man. Shoot. I got a super chat. It says here from Cowboys Sports Report by Charles in Charge. You think we could trade for Surtain? Because Denver is done. Surtain is in a contract year, or is it a rookie year? He's still in his rookie contract. I would give them who do they need? I'll give them Stephon Gilmore and Easy, or the other tall guy, 6'4" guy on the edge, for Patrick Surtain right now, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to still keep Stephon Gilmore, shoot, I'll give them next year's second and a conditional 4th or something like that for Patrick Surtain. But I don't know, man. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all – Broncos wouldn't dare. You know what I'm saying? I feel y'all. Yes, indeed. What would y'all give up for Patrick Surtain? You know what I'm saying? Roll Tide. What would y'all do? What would y'all give up, man? Shout out to y'all, man. What would y'all give up? Yes, indeed. I was thinking of first. Next year's first. If you feel like, your team is there and is a player away, how much did Champ Bailey went to the Broncos, right? Way back in the days. What they give up to get him, right? Surtain is an all-pro in his 3rd year. Action Power said just go give up that first. You got to give up a first in the conditional, right? Next year's first and a 3rd. No way, trade Bland. Nah, man, I can't trade my future, man. You know what I'm saying? Only reason, look, there's no shot at Gilmore. Only reason I say Gilmore, he's long in the tooth. I don't foresee him playing for another 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, Manual trade franchise, traded Neville Gallimore and Surtain. Is he in a 4th? Because you got to get something, man. I know, man. Look, people want us to say, hey, man, can we get rid of let's get rid of let's say Tyler Biotish? You got to give him something, man. What the number one help that Russell Wilson need over there? And this is all, this is all me just fantasy talking to y'all, man. Not real talk. It's fantasy talking. Bland is overrated. This is from Sanjay. I feel you, Sanjay, but shoot, he only allowed 20 yards and 2 catches on him, How much, what else you want from him, Nobody wants old players. Somebody got to throw in a pick somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, man. Surtain was in rearview mirrors, though. Yeah, you're going to have, in a poor scheme, you're going to have DBs looking out of sorts, right? So I'm not going to give whatever the Miami Dolphins did to Surtain as that's how he will always look. No, I seen Jalen Ramsey. Who remember Jaguars Jalen Ramsey the year after, they made that deep run? He was crying on the sideline, throwing his helmet and stuff. And that's the craziest thing about even the Miami Dolphins. They're not even full capacity yet, and they still looking good. But let me go back to this list right here. Passing offense, you got Miami Dolphins up there again, Minnesota, and then you see the Chargers up there again. Rushing, this is what we're you'll see up here, you see the Miami Dolphins 188, and then you see the Philadelphia Eagles with 185. Here's what I'm seeing, a consistency across the board, and that is the San Francisco 49ers. They are up there as it relates to offensive leadership, and then they are up there with rushing, top 3 team in rushing. And then you see defensively, they are up there with probably, when you look at points allowed or what have you, with yards allowed, I meant to say, being third on that list. And then, of course, you have those other teams. So not looking beyond, the Patriots, because you still see Patriots up there, defensive yards allowed. And that's a good defense that we're about to see this upcoming week. And what I want to say here, we up there in sacks, we up there in turnovers, and that's what we do. So what I can say is that we, on defense, if you are a quarterback that sits in the pocket, that do not be flushed out or what have you, and get to the edge, you are sitting duck. I think this defense is going to step up versus all non-running quarterbacks. I think that in this system, somehow in this scheme, and I haven't figured it out yet, with Dan Quinn, and this could be a philosophy standpoint, that running quarterbacks is our Achilles heel, right? It's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So look for us to have our offense to be on a good page when we playing against running quarterbacks, because it's going to be like the Florida relays. It's going to be a situation and scenario that if that quarterback can get out to the edge, it compromises what we like to do, because I think that by us playing with these guys with so much edge rushers, and I'm not saying that Mozzie wasn't a good situation for us, because I'm thinking that even with Jonathan Hankins and Osa, they're doing a great job of contained inside. It's just our outside edges. And I'm not, and if I offended anyone, that don't have edges or what have you, charge it to my head, not my heart. I know that in certain communities, the edges could be a very sensitive topic. So if I offended anybody, man, charge it to my head, not my heart. But I think that the Cowboys will do a great job to any quarterback on defense if they can't roll out, if they can't run. That's just the reality. That's the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen. The Cards were holding on every play, both sides of the ball. Here's the only thing, whereas I can make multiple videos talking about the aficionados, but it go in one ear, out the other. It would just seem like, hey, we're complaining about officials, right? Because Ray Charles and anybody with no eyes could see that the aficionados got something out for the Cowboys. They do. And we had Terrence Williams on the show, Uncut Cowboys on West Coast Cowboys show. We did a show together, and he said the exact same thing from a player's mouth. That, like, if there's a call that should have been made that's not going to be made, think of it. The aficionados will be in the mix of it. They will be. So I'm not going to go back and forth. It'll be a pointless show of me doing that day in and week out, But neither here nor there. Where we at with the likes, man? Somebody give me the like report. They'll let me know whether or not we doing a good job, because, participation, is everything. Let me know where the like report at. And that determines whether or not we continue to go and whether or not y'all like what we giving out today. But they should be able to, this is Dallas Cowboys hard hitter, but they should be able to get a ain't quarterback. Is it interception quarterback? 164. Y'all hit that like button. Share this content. If you like. And then we get into Coach Marv excerpt here. No excuses for y'all not to hit that like button, by the way. No excuses. You need at least 200, man. What's your excuse on not hitting that like button, man? Law, man, you supposed to be one of the greatest over here, man. You supposed to be famous right now. But did you hit that like button? Did you share this content? Did you let somebody know where to go when it's time to tune in to these type of sports talk? You know? What's good with y'all? All right. So here we go right here. I'm only going to play a little excerpt of this, and they were talking about the best teams in the NFC. And, of course, this is Good Morning Football. I'm going to say that my Cowboys still at top, but when I showed you guys this quick excerpt here of the teams, you can already know in the NFC, you can already hear what they're about to say.
There are two undefeated teams left in the NFC, and it's the two we have hoped to be on the train tracks towards each other the way they were last year in January. It's the Eagles and the 49ers. Mm-hmm. One team that many thought would be 3-0 after week 3 is the Dallas Cowboys, who did take a loss on Sunday at the hands of Josh Dobbs and the Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to the Cardinals. But despite being 2-1, here's the question. Are you still putting Dallas in the same tier as the Eagles and the 49ers, Peter?
I love this question.
Tier talk?
Oh.
T-I-E-R.
Tier talk. Bring us to tears.
I mean, it's us talking at a table, but it's great bar stuff. It's great, sitting around the water cooler stuff. I can't put the Cowboys in the same conversation as the Eagles, the 49ers, not just the records, because the Cowboys have not done what this Eagles team has done, and the Cowboys have not done what this 49ers team has done in recent years. So you come in with this head full of steam going into this game, and they let you down.
All right, so what part of that game let us down to be knocked out of the tiers? You know, was it more so of our offense is like the stale bag of chips that's slightly open, that's somehow in your backseat of your car, right, with the sunlight beaming, and you look back and you think that chip is still good, that bag, and you open it up, whoa, what's going on with these chips? Or did our defense ultimately let us down? Because if we look back at last night's game of the Bucs, shoot, that defense kind of stood tall for them. Even though their offense looked kind of like, hey, what was that? The run game was there. Swift had some unbelievable holes in that game. And if you look back at what the Giants versus the Niners game, right? Hey, Twin, I see you in the chat. Bro, you was kind of like, hey, what's going on? And then the fourth quarter came around, and then y'all pulled off. Y'all went into another gear. So when you talk about tiers, is it still too soon? Because people say, hey, it's week 3. Yes. Thank y'all. It's too soon. So speaking of that, we got a guy that do a lot of speaking that we're going to bring him on right quick. If you guys don't mind, let's listen to him right quick. Here's my guy, Michael Parsons. He talks about criticism and being criticized.
I see a lot of hate going on with Cowboys. I don't know why the hate is going on, saying we haven't played nobody. Those was both playoff level teams. Zach Wilson was the same QB last year, mixing with a little bit of Mike White. Daniel Jones, he was in the playoffs last year. Upset the Vikings, went to the second round. The New York Jets is a premier team, and we can't deny them, bro. They just beat a great Buffalo team last week. Zach Wilson held them lead to beat Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, which is a fantastic team. So how can we say we haven't played anybody? I'm all about.
So Parsons was talking about we haven't played anybody, and then he did take a good jab at my guy, Joshua Dobbs. You know what I'm saying? Dobbs had something to say in a reply to a post.
I'm putting him on a bulletin board. I'm throwing darts at him.
No cards.
Josh Dobbs, I'm putting him.
So my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, this new age of players talking on podcasts, I get it. We love hearing players talk. We love to hear their insights. We love to hear how they feel on how they are being viewed. And, of course, when we win, it feels good to hear some type of feedback on the process of it, right? But when they talk, how do you guys feel about players talking? Because when I read the comments, To me personally, I have no ill feelings about it, but there will be some repercussions of Parsons talking because now there's content, even whether it's laughter, fun, and gander, or whatever it may be, there's going to be somebody that would take those words and twist them and put it back against you. And on top of that, it would give that player, from what you said, an extra, hey, all right, you the one going to be talking about me? Let me show you what I'm going to do. Let me show you what I'm going to bring to the table. Because 9 times out of 10, NFL players, this is not an assembly of beta males. These are alpha males on a field. And even if you are a guy that's even a water boy, you might have been the alpha male your entire life. But now you're given a chance and an opportunity to make something out of a play. You're going to go real hard the next time you play. And that's where this chatter stuff comes from, right? That's where this boldness and bravery come from. That's where, hey, normally you would shut it down after you get to 5 yards, but now you sitting there saying, hey, man, I remember this dude said some stuff about me. I'm going to make it this extra 3 yards. I'm going to try to shoot it to him where it hurts. Not saying that you should be cowards and not talk about it at all. Daryl Thorpe, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. My guy, Twin Maker, that's an extra 2 hours of film. Yeah. Oh, yeah, shoot. Oh, yeah, Twin, you already know how I go. Oh, Monday and John Torrey talking noise. These some neighborhood friends. They last time they came to our court and they beat us. All right, we'll see who gonna win next time. It's our court. We practice it. We shoot layups and shots even more. Hey, the rain come down. We sitting here like, shoot, we gonna finish this game out, bro. Ain't that right, Twin? It's raining. We sitting there playing basketball. And rain can't get us back inside. Yes, indeed. Twin know about that? Shoot. The only thing that can get us back inside was those horse flies. Let me know if I'm lying, Twin. Shoot. Al Kareem said, hey, talk your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Twin says facts. Look, y'all know about the Mississippi horse flies. Shoot, they'll make you get back in there. Hey, man, it's all good. Mama yelling, come back in, Dad. Come on back in. Street light, mama words can't get us back in. But that doggone horsefly, shoot, you be like, whoa. Shoot, flies on steroids in Mississippi. They lifting weights, drinking creatine like it's water. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Yes, indeed. They don't know about the horseflies, especially if you're in California somewhere. They don't even have a fruit fly. I'm sitting here like, I was out there in Cali where the party that I was at, they had all of the hors d'oeuvres, fruit all outside and stuff. I'm sitting here like, man, what? Who gonna eat that? I walked around, I'm waiting for the flies to be like this. Some fruit flies or anything, you know what I'm saying? In California, I was like, where the flies at? Where the bugs at? They don't have that out there, you know? Shoot, Aval 24 says, do horse flies bite? Shoot, get one inside your car. That's the last thing you're gonna be worried about. Do he bite? Shoot, give me hornets over the horseflies. Shoot. Yes, indeed. You give me them doggone hornets, man. At least a hornet will be respectful. Horsefly is going to be disrespectful to you, man. Flax law, no flies in San Diego. Yes, indeed, man. I'm sitting like, man, they have food everywhere, all outside in California. Just being disrespectful to Mother Nature, basically. But you have a half a piece of a sandwich outside, man. In Texas and Mississippi, they like this. All right, shoot, that's for grabs, man. Shoot, that's all-you-can-eat buffet. Do they bite? Shoot, look at my twin makers that shoot. Do they bite? All right, so we'll open up the phone lines. But before I open up the phone lines, I think my guy, Coach Marv, gave us like tips on what we need to do, keys to winning. And I want to go over this and get things going from here. Appreciate everybody, man. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go. Appreciate y'all, man. And shout out to all of the real ones. Shout out to all the rewind gangs. Thank those who share this content and be a part of these type of episodes. Thank y'all so much. So, you can tell from this excerpt that Coach Marv either was an educator, a coach, you know what I'm saying, a teacher basically of certain things, man, and he got efficiencies, man. And I love seeing this, by the way. He got keys to winning, Cowboys offense keys, efficiency, and details. And we all talk about T.O.P. You got to be able to win that battle. The top, that's time of possession. And when you win this battle, that's half of the war. I wanted to say last night the Eagles did win time of possession. But I wanted to say versus the Cowboys versus the Cards, we won T.O.P. But we won the top. But the problem with that is that the Cards won the 20 or more explosive plays. They had 6 explosive plays, not 1, not 2, but 6 explosive plays of 20 yards or more. 6, and that killed us, man. You know what I'm saying? That killed us completely. Number 2, from Coach Marv memoir, you know what I'm saying? From Coach Marv, you know what I'm saying? The recipe, that's what I'm going to call it, Marv's recipe to a victory. He said commit to the run game. 25 to 32 running attacks. Dak, 2 to 3 rushing attempts. That's to keep the defense honest, by the way. Tony Pollard, 14 to 17 attempts. Team rushing, 125 to 140 yards per game. And then the reason why he said that, let me see if I can get this back up here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. And I really appreciate y'all so much for dealing with me, because with Coach Marv, what he's doing with this is a great excerpt, right? Exercise of the mind. It's literally what Playmaker be saying. It literally is that. It literally is that. Let me see. Boom. Yeah, you guys can see that. Now y'all up there with me, okay? And it's literally what Playmaker say?
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yes, indeed. And that's what he said, basically. Because when you look at teams that's rushing the ball, of course, the Ravens, they lost. Cleveland Browns, they up there. They having a good start to the season. The Niners, they undefeated. Philadelphia, undefeated. What's the Miami record? Can somebody help me out? Is Miami undefeated? And they are running the ball. They are rushing the ball. Is Miami undefeated, y'all? Let me know, because I think that, are they 2-1 or 3-0? Yes, so damn. So this to even further strengthen the point here is that these boys right here, the first 3 teams are undefeated. Did Cleveland Brown lose a game? Are they undefeated? I need to know too. I don't have their standings here. And I don't know if Cleveland Brown are undefeated or they like 2-1 or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, those teams are undefeated right there. You know what I'm saying? They run the ball. So, yeah. So those Miami undefeated, only 3 teams are undefeated. Yes. So they run the ball. So I'm not saying the Cowboys just got to run the ball only, but I'm just trying to bring light to the point of what Coach Marv is saying.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yes, indeed. So Willie T says Browns are 2-1. So that's like being 5-0 for Cleveland people. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. That's like, man, shoot, Hail Mary for Cleveland. All right, so he also elaborated on no penalties. And we can all say that that's a plus. You're not going to go through an entire game with no penalties, but 1 to 3 penalties, no pre-snaps. So this is coaching to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I would give him 100% on that. You know what I'm saying? Give Coach Marv 100% on that. As far as the thought track, you know what I'm saying? This will put let me draw now. I got to draw now. This will put a smile on all our faces if we can get no penalties, y'all. He looked like Trump right here, the dude I just drew. But, no penalties pre-snap. Those are things that you can't control. Those are things that you ultimately can't control, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-snap, no penalties. All right, so Coach Marv says this is underrated. Number 5, deep passing attempt or deep passes attempt. And reason why he say this, ladies and gentlemen, 3 to 5 yards downfield attempts using the running game to create play action on the deep pass. When they are in those cover shells or when they in that quarters defense or the umbrella look, get them up out of there. How do you get them up out of there, Law? Run the ball. Attack underneath. That will get them up out of that look right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just so y'all can understand, that is what Coach Marv is preaching. And you don't have to do it all day. You can take advantages of those opportunities when you see them in that single high. And Dak did do that in this past game. And my guy, Okoye, did point that out. But you got to make them pay when they get out of that umbrella look, right? And he says use RBs in the passing game. Deuce, Rico in space and passing game, move the sticks. Yes, efficiency. And then I like what he got, details. He kind of put these in italics right here. Details, efficiency, as you guys could see up under each number, man. I'm going to have to, y'all just shoot me your email and I'll send y'all this recipe right here. It's a great recipe to victories, right? Be a physical team in all areas. Physical at the O-line, wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, details. It's good to have a physical wide receiver. That set the tone on the outside. That gives your DBs a little chippy mindset that when they have to go up against a physical wide receiver, they play them different, right? And then once they get thrown off, because defensive backs, their mindset is all built around confidence. And if the wide receiver can get physical with the actual defensive back, it opens up the game. The running back, finish your runs. Finish your runs. Emmett, as small and short as statue as he is, he always will give you the stiffy. Pause. He will always give you the stiff arm on his way out. He wants to initiate the contact. And that shoulder love is a great thing that he always did too. Control the tempo of the game. Impose your will on defense for your stars to be stars. There's too many plays, and let me get this off the screen so you guys can see that other piece of it. Write that down. Number 8, that's really important, y'all. That's very, very, very much so important. Let me put it. Your stars to be stars. I can't stress this out enough. When you are a linebacker and you got foresight or you got to fill into a hole, it's necessary for you to not meet them there, beat them there to the hole. Slow feet, what? Don't eat. And on top of that, as a linebacker, I know it's slow until you know. But once you know, you got to go. Beat your feet. Slow feet don't eat. And when you get there, let them know that it's going to be a long night. And if you think I'm lying, twin, if you're still in the chat, let them know what Fred Warner would do. If he got a clear shot at something, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. I'm going to see if Twin, if you're in the chat, let me know what Fred Warner would do. There's no freebies around here. No. You can't walk through here without getting patted down. We need to check to see what you got. Shoot. Hey, that wide receiver coming across the middle, and he don't even have to.
It's an evil world we live in.
Hey, man, why that linebacker had to touch me? Hey, man, you came across the middle, man. We got to set the tone. The moment I let you come around here, flopping your feet everywhere, drinking water I gave you because you're giving them. Woo! When you giving them the underneath, and you giving them that cushion, make them pay that toll. So that the next time the coach call that play, hey, coach, they busting across that middle in the hook, in the sink. Man, they busting over there, man. Don't call that one again. I'm hurt. We giving you water. We gave you the glass. Because we giving you the underneath. We playing overs. But we going to have to let you know that there's a price that you got to pay for drinking out of my cup and putting that cup on my table without the doggone with the coasters. You know what I'm saying? Don't you hate that? The coaster's sitting right there. And somebody come to your crib, to your spot, and they drinking. All they can drink, and they putting it down without the coaster. Use that coaster right there. You know what I'm saying? This is fine china, right? This is fine furniture we got over here. But the Cowboys tend to allow the opposition to drink what they want, to put their feet on the doggone sofa when it's necessary. Coffee stand got footprints. You walking in their house, well, not in their house because we're pretty good in the house, but you walking, just technically speaking, with your shoes on. No, you got to be respectful around here. You know what I'm saying, around these parts. All right, so control the tempo with that. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear me out. So when you come over here, be expected to move a certain way because I said so. All right, so he got page 2, Cowboys defensive keys, physical and details. You know what I'm saying? Tackling. Must tackle well and hard. Must fly to the ball, physicality. Reduce big plays. Plays of 20 yards or more to 2 or less, right? And 2 or less, one can argue if you try to be a monumental type of defense, you'll give up all the 20 yards one time in the game, and you get pissed off at that. You ready to flip some tables over because somebody blown an assignment. There should be no playbook in the playbook to give them 20 yards without somebody paying the price. Without somebody
sacrifice.
Shoot, you got that 20 yards in the seam route. Hey, it should be some heavy hitters knocking helmets off. Containment on the run in the pass. Must stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. There's people right now. There's driving. Stay in your lane. Sometimes you're on a highway, you see the lane literally say, no trucks. But the trucker is trying to get in that lane, in that alleyway. And then when you're passing by, you say, hey, bro, stay in your lane. And the trucker, and if he's out of his lane, right, he going to say to you, move me. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you didn't establish the tempo way up here. All right, so let's moving on. Control the running game, 85 or less rushing yards, physicality. Yes, that's doable. Turnovers, 1 to 3 turnovers, physicality. Sacks, 2 to 4 sacks. 10 to 12 QB hits, physicality. That's how you win in the National Football League. Let me stroll up a little bit more with these details. Boy, Coach Marv, man, hey, I'm going to put this in a book. All right, so he got here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, control first down. Controlling first downs allows you to hunt quarterbacks. Here's what – don't get greedy on the first down. Cowboys tend to get greedy on the first down. That touchdown that was allowed by the Jets, it happened on first down. They count us being extra on the first down. That big play, Josh Dobbs, I think that happened on the second down. It could have been on the first down. Was it the very first play? Y'all help me out. But those early downs. But I do know for sure that dagger to 14 on that knife route, shoot, that happened on the first down. Control your first downs. Control it. Control it. And he got here. Make their offense play fast. This goes to key 1 and 8, our defense, T.O.P. and tempo. If we make their offense rush because we are controlling the clock, we will hunt and eat. I can't say the rest, Coach Ball. Due to the way this world is set up now, Coach Ball. But I give it what you said. We will hunt and eat on defense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Details. That's the details. Cowboys will win, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. But y'all get what Coach Marvin said on that last one, man. Oh, my goodness, man.
Call my phone, hit my
Can't say the last one. You almost got me, Coach Ball. I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't do that. Oh, I still got the crow up, man. I got to get that crow up off of there. Get out the way, bird. 657. No more crows now. No more crowing. 390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Come on.
Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coast or no, we in the hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling bluffs, I show and prove it, it's for real.
Hey!
Son of God, not a son of Sam.
Hey!
Keep it off the books and keep it coming in.
Hey!
Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in.
I got it, his part.
The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for.
All right. Hear ye. Are we having a great time today, ladies and gentlemen? Coach Marv, man, hey, I'm going to make sure I send that to all of the people, man. I got Charles in charge, and then I have MJ, and then I have Brandon. Those are the three. Charles in charge, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Brought to you by Prize Picks. What's on your heart? Someone to hear. Charles. All right, MJ for the 206. You're live on the mix, man. What up? Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
All is well, bro. Can't complain, man. It's week 3. Heading in week 4 now. Talk to me.
Now, Law, you know me. I'm one of the most loyal Cowboy fans.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you something, Law. And I told Steele, everybody was tripping. They're like, man, Marv tripping. Let me tell you, true facts, Law.
Two facts.
Keep it real.
Make it quick.
I'm going to tell y'all something right now. He got to show me. I ain't talking about no damn Dak Prescott when Brandon come up. I don't want to hear shit about that. Excuse my French to everybody and the kids, but Dan Quinn, I'm going to call him, his defense is shitty. He's a shitty defense. I'm not giving him no more respect. I'm tired of them. They shitty, man. This shit been happening.
All right. So let's look at it. Let's look at this. You know, there are things that he do well. There are things that he do great at, and then there are things that he do bad at, right? And the things that he's doing bad at, from what I can see, is running quarterbacks. If you think about it, name me the quarterback that's set in the pocket to galvanize us in the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been having issues with that. Even Purdy last year, you know, in that playoff game, he didn't carve us up. That was more of a Prescott side, right? You know what I'm saying?
But
offense. Mm-hmm.
But in that Purdy game, y'all remember, he had 96 going to flat, and that's how the tight end caught the damn pass instead of having. He had the safety checking him all game, and the tight end couldn't get over.
Oh yeah. But that play was busted though. That was the reason why 96. Because you talking about that Kittle play, right? That deep play. I mean, at that point, that play he was an illegal wide receiver that went upfield. And my guy made a business decision, say, oh, snap, instead of running at the quarterback, let me bust chops to see at least I can get in the way to stop this blown play. And I think that he distracted Kittle's enough to flatten back inside, and all my guy had to do, Trayvon Diggs, would just get in the way. It would have been a broken play. But the officials should have called the flag on that. So I'm not going to give him heat for that, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look. We played Philly twice. We played the Giants again. Who else is a running quarterback? We played a Buffalo quarterback. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be tight games, man. You know, it's going to be a tight game, though, bro. It's going to be a tight game with that principle.
And Lord, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all ain't watched the film. Okay. I get landlord credit. I just watched a film session with landlord. The plays, the offensive coordinator, he called the right play, and 87 missed the block. If he'd have made his block on the goal line, number 20 had the hole. He was about to score.
You talking about that play? Yeah. He turned the shoulders inside. Yeah,
with Ferguson. Ferguson missed the damn block. They called the right play. Everybody was sealed. The hole was wide open. 20 was about to score, and he let the. And you know.
Wait. Are you switching off because I know I got a lot of callers now. Are you switching off from Dan Quinn and talking about the offense now, or we can kick it back over to Dan Quinn?
Dan, well, y'all gonna. To me, Dan Quinn got to prove. I'm not giving Dan Quinn no more.
No more flowers. I feel you, man.
No, it's over.
Are you on the stance? Let me know, because I'm treating you just like I treat everybody else now. Are you on the stance? Hold on, bro. Are you on the stance of you wait to playoffs to grade Dan Quinn, or are you grading Dan Quinn now, week to week to him?
I'm grading him now, week to week.
All right, bro.
I'm doing them like they do Prescott. Since they getting on Dan Prescott, I'm finna get on fucking Dan Quinn.
Well, let's go, man. I appreciate you, bro. I thank you. No doubt. Right. Good call from you. Hey, you ain't gonna say it, though? You ain't gonna say it?
Hey, how about them calls?
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Wait. And this is what I call them. Their new name is the Shitty Boys.
Oh, man. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Hey, you know, I like Dan Quinn. I take Dan Quinn 9 times out of 10. No, excuse me, I'm lying. 10 times over 10 over Rob Marinelli. Who would you rather have, Rob Marinelli or the other defensive coordinator we had? What's that guy name? Old man kept on falling asleep. Old man River. What's his name? Yeah, Kiffin or something like that. Monty. You know what I'm saying? Rex. Was it Rob or Rex? One of those brothers. You know, them twins. I'll take Dan Quinn over any of those boys. You know, the only person that I probably would have. The only person that I probably will not take over Dan Quinn. I like Wade Phillips if he was the defensive coordinator. But it'll be kind of like hard pressed for me to still Wade Phillips as a defensive coordinator opposed to Dan Quinn. Zimmer had Mike had us going pretty well too in 05, 06. But no, man, I'll take Dan Quinn over Wade right now. Yeah, I said it. I just think that right now we just have hero ball. We just have hero ball issues. Mike Nolan. Yeah. Mike Nolan. Yeah, I'll take Dan Quinn 100 times out of 100 times. You know, I'll give him the Tiki Barber treatment. I'll take Dan Quinn 100 times over 100 times over Mike Nolan, right? Yes, indeed. All right, man, I got Brandon, then I'll circle back to Charles in charge. Brandon, you're live from the 815. Talk to me, man.
What's okay, Rob? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Talk to me, man.
I want to make sure you can hear me good.
Yeah.
So the defense and I'm not even talking about this year. The past 2 years, we've been top 5 in sacks. We've led the league in turnovers. One can make the argument for the last 2 years, we've been at least the best. We've been in conversation.
In conversation.
The conversation.
Yeah.
So in one game, we're now the worst defense ever. Like, I know what this about, and I know who this for, but I'm gonna stay on track.
But hold on, Brandon. What I really need to have, man, because now you got a compelling argument to have against my guy. You know what I'm saying, MJ. So when y'all look, we're gonna have to split that show to you and MJ in a room. You know what I'm saying? Cameras on, and we'll put it live, man. I just got to figure out a time frame. But go ahead.
It's so ridiculous, like. And this really not to MJ. MJ sometimes he says some good things that I agree with. Like, but this I don't. Maybe he was having a good time during this past couple of minutes. So yeah, we've had one bad game, and I wouldn't even say it was a bad game. I just think when you get hit with like a fugazi offense, like you gonna miss some things. And Gilmore, he got some passes caught on him, but I attribute to like, okay, Hollywood Brown is not only is he fast, he quick.
Yeah.
And at Gilmore's extended age, he don't have the best foot speed, but he's technically sound. So I'm fine with Gilmore. He did nothing that changed my opinion of him whatsoever. And I say that to say, we can watch the other side of the ball in 2 games go 3 of 11 in the red zone, but the offense is fine, the quarterback is fine, but the defense is terrible. Like, I don't know where on planet Earth that logic makes sense, but it only makes sense to a few people. And I know who these people are, and I know who they are a fan of. I'm going to say this also. Some of you people on here are not Cowboys fans. Y'all are fans of certain players.
Wait a minute.
Y'all make me sick. VIP Plus, you make me sick. And the rest of y'all. Like, but Law, I see you want to say something. Go ahead, Law.
No, I'm just saying that, the defense normally, and I know this is going to sound like, hey, man, you just laying it up for the defense versus the offense. Normally the defense is ahead of the offense in these type of parts. Now, I would say this, it's still too soon. Now, 3 of 11, that's a hard thing to look at, especially on a stat sheet when you're down inside the red zone. Those are opportunities that's money missing, right? Like, you know how you doing the count? Hey, man, I'm missing $20, man. I'm missing $30. Who's taking the money out of the jar? So the Cowboys out of the draw. So the Cowboys going to have to fix that. Hey, I'm not going to get mad at anyone for expressing 3 for 11 in the red zone. That's something that the Cowboys are focusing in on. And if you don't have your checks and balances together this weekend and the next weekend, it's going to be terrible because you playing back-to-back good defenses, Patriots, Niners, and you can't leave nothing on the table because the Niners for sure can embarrass you. So, yeah, I agree. 3 for 11, we need to improve on it. But the good thing is, I promise you that Dan Quinn this week, he'll step it up as far as the defensive side for sure.
I think it's even, and I respect you, like, I think it's half disrespect for you to even say what you just said. Like, like Dan Quinn, you need to get it together. Do I need to repeat what I said at the? No, I don't. I know you know.
No, because I go back for the last 3. I go back for the last 3 seasons. The only thing that we can look at Dan Quinn to have arguments about him is his run defense. Primarily with running quarterbacks, right? Quarterbacks that can get out to the edge. Hey, they had game plans, whereas I believe we played against the Texans, and they brought in a guy just to say, hey, let him look like he can run the ball. I think it was Driscoll or somebody else. They had 2 quarterbacks out there. Even though we came away with the dub, it was still the running situation. And last year we gave him a semi-pass because of the fact that the other side, they didn't even attempt to throw the ball Trayvon Diggs' way, but they were still galvanizing us because we were playing musical chairs with the outside DB last year, right? And down the stretch, outside of that, I don't see any faults in Dan Quinn. I like him. I really like what he brings to the table. He speaks with an authority, and I think that the team gravitates towards him. And one can argue that, shoot, if this don't work out well for the offense in general, he may be your next head coach here.
My point to that is, like, I think oftentimes I don't think often. I think I know you know this. Your word carry weight. So you know when you plant seeds like that, like, you know some of your followers, the ones the lesser smart ones, gonna be like, well, maybe it is Dan Quinn. Stop knowing.
No, it ain't Dan Quinn. We seen Mike Nolan, bro. We seen what's the other guy, Rob Marinelli. You know what I'm saying? We seen it. So if anybody have amnesia, man, I'm gonna be quick to remind them. That's why I said, is this a week-to-week thing with MJ, or is this a waiting to the playoff time? You know, for as far as the coach.
We can't play, because if we do week to week, then we'll be talking about y'all boy real bad. So, but we don't gonna do that week to week with other people. So we not gonna do that with Dan Quinn. I'm gonna say this before
One more point, man. One more point. Yeah, go. Yeah, go.
Kellen Moore is gone. So I don't want to hear no more about Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore gone. So if like I said the other day, if we trying to have a Pro Bowl kicker, man, we doing a great job at it.
Hey.
If y'all want to find excuses and blame, ooh boy, y'all gonna do that, because y'all planted y'all flag on this hill, man. Kellen Moore gone, Mike McCarthy got it.
He do,
it's 3-11 in the red zone the last 2 games. Dak Prescott, brother, the writing on the wall, bro. But you need to get it together. We need you to win this Super Bowl. How about them Cowboys? Shout out to Law Nation. Dak Prescott, you are Kirk Cousins' twin.
Wait a minute now, hold on, man. Well, I'll let you go over there. Let you go over. Yes, indeed. Because Kirk Cousins, he could have put Kellen Moore out of his misery, and Kellen Moore could have been 0-3. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, bro. Hey, man. Hey, that's one of the reasons why I let him go with that statement, because Kellen Moore could have been 0-3. But by the way, Kellen Moore and all his expertise, they are 1-2, not 2-1. We are 2-1 over here. And the thing is, the Cowboys, what wetted the bed more than whatever the offense did last week was 222 yards rushing and 20 plays. Explosive plays given up by our 2000 Ravens defense, LOB defense. I don't recall LOB having these type of performances, right? So I get it. Trayvon Diggs got hurt. A lot of confidence was gone. But I'm not finna paint my guy Dan Quinn into a corner. We just got hit up with a buzzsaw, right? Yes, Trick says Kirk Cousins is 0-3. Yes, indeed, man. I got Charles in charge, man, from the 346. You in the mix. Talk to me.
My bad, my man.
No doubt.
My wife I'm in the garage. Dan Quinn is great. That first caller, I don't know what he was on, but I think this season we need to make a trade. Diggs is a big loss. I know that. I think Bland can be very good at cornerback too. But Gilmore, like the other caller said, I think Gilmore struggles against good receivers with speed, because he's 33. He ain't got that speed no more.
Yeah.
So if he's one-on-one with a Marquise Brown or a God's sake Tyreek Hill, somebody like that, he's going to struggle. So that's why I had that super chat earlier. Patrick Surtain. I think Denver's going to blow it up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go on to like a trail of tears, man. At one point in time, they're gonna get rid of some of these guys that's on their team. But keep going, fam. Keep going.
Yeah. Because they need picks, because they gave up 2 firsts for Russell Wilson. If we can get a Patrick Surtain or somebody to solidify that secondary, our run defense will be good. Because with lockdown corners, we stacked the box. We allowed 172 rushing yards the first 2 games. And Arizona got that in the first half. So I just think we're one trade away, and just go out and sign a free agent for veteran depth. Kick the tires on Andrew Norwell's. See what he's got. Ben Jones. Austin.
Andrew who? I couldn't hear you. So what you said? Andrew who?
Andrew Norwell, that guard that played for Washington for a long time. Norwell, left guard.
Okay.
Ben Jones out there also. He's 34. But just better than the guys we got. We need depth on the offensive line. These next 5 games are going to be a real test.
Yeah.
We got at home against the Patriots. Then we go back to the scene of the crime, and then after that we have the Chargers. Mike Williams is out for the season, so that does help us. Then we get the bye week. Then we get the Rams at home. Then at Philly. So the next 5 games will really tell us who we are. I think we'll bounce back. Our defense ain't gonna have a performance like that again. I mean, the 2000 Ravens in week 2 led up 36 against Miami. So even the best defenses can have a bad day. You know what I mean? They led up 36
a good point.
points against Miami in week 2. We
That's a
didn't
good
let up
point.
36, we led up 28. And then Dan Quinn made adjustments in the second half. Arizona only had 1 scoring drive, opposed to 4 in the first half.
That big explosive play in the second half, and there was communications issues. V. Okoye, he brought out there was a cover 3 that Gilly thought that he was in man, and it is one of those things, man. That happens here and there. It just happened at the wrong time. Didn't have enough time to recover.
It's still September. We've gotten the injury bug early, so hopefully we get healthy towards as the season goes along, and we get healthy, we're gonna be on. We haven't had our starting 5 linemen play together since the wild card game in 21. You know what I mean? It's been over a season since we've had our starting 5.
Yep.
So hopefully they'll be ready this Sunday. If not, we'll have at least 4 of the 5.
No doubt, bro.
Not having Zach Martin out there was tough, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. But I think we're gonna make one big all-season trade. I think Jerry smells the blood in the water. He's got to do it. We don't draft well in the second round as it is, so put a second-round pick out there and go try to get a veteran offensive lineman, defensive tackle, or corner. One of those 3 positions.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, Charles. Thank you, man.
Hey, brother, have a good one.
Good call. Charles got me thinking, if we truly believe that we are like one player away, then go ahead and do that on the front end. Or we think that we got the personnel to solidify that on the defensive side, like far as that DB, because I think Bland did a great job, in my opinion, in my world, in my mind, right? So Dono, he did look slow. My guy Jordan Lewis, he did look slow. LVE did look slow a little bit to me. So those 3 things we will be reevaluating again, because we playing against New England, they got 2 back systems, right? And they're going to use Zeke. Zeke knows this team. He knows the characteristics of the players, right? So, and I'm not worried for Mac Jones. If he runs and escape and get to the edge, that's okay. He's not going to do that on a consistent level like a Dobbs would do. So I'm looking at him as a sitting duck. I think that this team should rally and be able to crash down inside to really stop the run and force them to throw to Kendrick Bourne, force them to throw to the is Juju Smith-Schuster is out there or whoever, But this all come from making the necessary adjustments. But I can foresee the Cowboys in 2024 drafting. They need another offensive lineman, dog. Nobody wants one until they need one. And going around here lifting up my guy Will McClay for the undrafted guys that he can go out and find and acquisitions ain't nothing like getting real true first-round graded talent and trying to work from there. You know what I'm saying? TJ Bass, for what he was able to do, it was all right, but we seen some moments, man, that he got walked back. His recovery was there, but it wasn't to the level that we needed. And on top of that, with Brock Hoffman, he may be that guy because they may move on from Tyler Biadasz because this is a contract year for him, right? You can't keep them all, but you got to make the necessary investment, and everybody can see that Chuma Edoga at left tackle wasn't the answer, even though he didn't give up. He didn't play to the level like a Chaz Green, by the way. But one can argue that Chuma Edoga is not for the future, right? And if the Edoga family is watching, I'm not throwing any salt or shade at them, right? You know, I'm just saying what it is. Awesome Richards, we heard all glowing reports of him in preseason, in training camp. If they are equal, you play the guy that's younger. But that's a whole nother story. All right, so this offensive line, I don't foresee Tyron Smith because here it goes again, the same old song and dance with him. That killed our momentum heading into that game. 30 minutes before the game, hey, man, I can't give it a go. You got pads on and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. All right, so we're going to have to fix that up. And somebody was saying, well, Law, man, he can't ever give us the real because he got to tote the company line. I'm independent, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm wise enough and smart enough to know that if I say certain things, there will be gatekeepers to keep me from going, to give you guys certain stuff, right? So the old adage is saying, write this down, it's better having them inside the tent pissing out versus outside the tent pissing in. I got to give you guys this level of conversation with fair and balance, with objectivity, with reasons. I just can't go out here and say, this guy's trash, that guy's trash. And then I walk into and meet his mom and say, hey, yeah, I told you your son is trash. I'm not at that level to be able to say those type of things to people right in their face like that. Come on, man. Even that's a levels of respect that you got to toe and walk this game and walk this lane. And technically, the way I'm doing it is the right and proper way. The way Stephen A. Smith does it is the exact wrong way to do it, by the way. He can do it because he can hide behind the 4-letter, 3-letter shields. And all of those remunerations he get too. You know what I'm saying? All right, so yeah, got to keep it business. Ain't that right, Press? Man, I got my guy, man, my dog from the 501 Press. Ham, you in the chat, man. You in the live. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me.
No. How you holding, brother?
Man, you know, I'm holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you. How do you slow down the zone read?
The zone read? Like the run? Sure. Yeah. You can tell you do not close your hips inside too quick. And if you're going to attack the mesh point.
Yeah, that really don't slow it down.
Yeah, but hey, if you get there, you hit the mesh point.
My uncle told me in Pee Wee.
Coaches will say, cream the quarterback at all costs.
There you go.
Look, that's right old there. School. Look, just cream. They get him up out of there real quickly. Welcome to life. Hey, he got 50 yards. Woo, man, God, dog. If the Cowboys had that philosophy with Joshua Dobbs, you know what I'm saying? Dobbs would never ran that 44-yard starting off because he would have just creamed. He said, hey, you going to do that? I just hit the quarterback. If the running back get it, every time I'm going to hit the quarterback.
Right. So, and this is my thing, Law. Why don't they tell them to do that instead of over pursuing?
Ooh.
I'd rather take a chance on hitting the quarterback. The linebackers could cover that gap. Van Der Esch or somebody could cover that gap when the running back try to cut back.
Can he get there on time?
he should. He should be able to.
LVE might be white, but he on CPT time.
Right. And then the crazy part about it, Law, the zone read discombobulate our defense so bad, it have them confused everywhere.
Yeah.
It seemed like nobody know what the fuck to do.
Hell no.
No disrespect to cussing. It was like everybody, the Michael Parsons throwing his hands up. Guys ain't set. It was just everywhere, guys running wide open. I'm like, what the hell is they doing? The zone read. Only thing a coach got to do, Law, is just present the zone read. And it's like our defense just go, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy,
I don't
man.
understand that, man.
Man, it's crazy, man. So where do you stand at on Dan Quinn, my guy? You know what I'm saying?
The Dan Quinn, he's solid.
He's solid.
I like him too, Long. He doing a hell of a job, except for that zone read.
Kicking his ass.
His defense is top notch. We've been leading the league in sacks. And turnovers, that's just for a sitting duck, like you said. But when it comes to the zone read, the whole defense act like a computer screen, like they get fuzzy and screens up. I be like, what is they doing? There ain't no way that man should have been down there 60 yards open downfield, off.
You know what sometimes it can be, bro? And I think that Bill Belichick had an issue with this when he had to play against Cadillac Williams, all those boys. I forgot. I forgot what play they used to do. They don't do it as much. Was it Wildcat, right? Was it Wildcat?
Yeah.
You remember?
Same thing.
You remember? It's similar. Yeah.
That's from Arkansas, by the way. The Razorbacks ran that.
Yeah.
Houston Nut.
Houston Nut, and they used to every year. Miami used to beat them 2 games out of the year. he'll get swept by Miami because they'll do that. That damn Wildcat. And he couldn't stop it, you know. So sometimes,
remember we
coaches
thought we
do
was
have
gonna run
that
it when
issue.
we got Darren McFadden.
Yep.
But it didn't work. But other than that, man, the defense okay. But if a team just so happens to run a quarterback out there that's gonna do his own read, man, it seems like everything just fall apart now. And that's been like that every year.
Yep. It's been like that for the last 3 years. Yep. If you think about it.
Right. And then if it seemed like with the offense, the offense did their thing. The offensive line didn't play that much of a bad. I mean, hell, we was in the red zone, 5 times? Them guys just got to execute. Line that fullback up and put, what's his name, number 34, that got the little burst? Put him in there and let them Johnts run up in that thing, man.
You talking about 23, Rico.
Yeah, 23, Rico.
Yeah.
Put him in there and behind 40 and let them run that thing in there, man. They could get a half a yard and an inch if they really tried. But other than that, man.
Yeah. Before you get up out of here, I was saying this, and this is going to be on the Super Friends show, that touch push is that the damn Eagles do, that people talking about make that play illegal. I'm saying bull sugar. Right. If they get down to stop them before they get to the 1. You know what I'm saying? And if they do it, you do it. You do the tush push there. You know what I'm saying? Tush that thing and push that thing all the way through.
Right. And if we got all of our offensive line,
you gotta have
that'll be golden for us.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, how about them Cowboys, man? Hey, Law, and I'm starting to find out, man, there's a lot of bipolar Cowboy fans, man. He just came in here and went off the rip and said the man was trash. Come on, man. He ain't trash. He just trash when it gets to the zone read. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Some people have their kryptonite, man. Shoot. I was watching Batman, shoot.
The conference has
one
been
of those
locked.
cartoons, man, and Batman got everybody's weakness. Batman know everybody's weakness. Batman was fighting Superman. Superman got a few blows on him. Batman said, Superman like, oh. Batman said, now it's my turn. Whooped his butt, man. Them cartoon shows, boy. And I'm saying, that's Superman. Batman got a thing on everybody. You think that you don't know, he even had a thing on Cyborg Kid. You know what I'm saying? The robot kid had nanobites eating up his flesh and stuff. It had something on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman thought she was seeing gremlins and ghosts. She flew back to where her Allen was at. You know what I'm saying? Batman is stone cold. I got stuff on each and every last one of y'all. And if y'all don't think a team don't have weaknesses, man, you just haven't been studying enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out how to be like Batman around this mug. And the number one thing for Dan Quinn is that zone stuff what Press was just talking about. And I see a lot of people say, hey, man, what about all these excuses for Dak? Dak got his flaws, baby. Dak got his flaws. And we all been saying, hey, let him drive the bus. But your defense got to stand tall. Do you think for sure if the Eagles won last night if their defense didn't show up? Their defense showed up for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts get to walk off clean with nobody talking about those blemishes on his resume. Why? Because the best deodorant anybody can find is the dub. That's good cologne stuff over there, man. You put some W cologne on, shoo, it'll wash away all of the negative plays. Shoo, our defense didn't show up against the Cards, and that's okay. We got all of the time in the world to correct which was wrong, right? That's right. From the 214, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on? Am I coming in clear in here?
Yeah, you clear.
All right, perfect. So, I mean, it's the same thing, right? Every year we have these ups and downs and all this hype. I mean, like, to the longtime Cowboy fans, this is nothing unusual. To be honest, though, I'm kind of glad that we had the big letdown game so early in the year because now we got a bunch of time to get right. And we got the Patriots coming up. That's going to be a tough game. Like y'all said, that's a tough defense to get right game. And then we got the Niners after that. Hopefully we'll got some of our starters coming back before we go to San Francisco. And, I mean, if we can win these next two games, Cowboy Nation's going to be lit.
He's going to be back on the horse again, you know. And here's the truth, though. This not a big game until we play the game, right? If we blow out the Patriots, this is what the Cowboys are supposed to do. If the Patriots keep it close, then the Cowboys can't do anything. So it's one of those things that we got to showcase our talent and our skill set against the good old Patriots this coming game.
100%. I mean, if we lose this next game or we come out there and squeak one out ugly, I think the team's going to have confidence issues going into San Francisco. So we gotta get right on this game so that we feel good going into that beatdown. Because if we lose to San Francisco, man, you know this team's going to struggle the rest of the way.
Yeah. And to be fair, we got to beat the Chargers because if not, going into a bye week with an L or something like that, and I'm not looking all the way down the line. I can't because I'm not a player, but that's gonna give so much ammunition to the media and the 4-letter, 3-letter network because I can hear it even from Dak Prescott at his press conference. He said, I guess we gave what the media wanted. Bump all of that. I don't give a care what the media want. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should say. Hey, I don't care what they want. We playing for this team. And he shouldn't say y'all put us on top. You know what I'm saying? He said something along those nature. Somebody can give me the exact quote. But no, he should believe.
He was kind of handling that wrong from normal.
Yeah. We on top. We slipped, but we didn't fall. We got plenty of more games to go. That's what he should have said. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't say y'all put us on top. Sure, we are on top. We slipped, but we didn't fall, and we got plenty of games and plenty of seasons ahead of us. We gonna get right back to it. You see what I'm saying? That's what he should have said. His PR person didn't prep him up good on that particular interview there. I appreciate you for calling in. What's your name so I can save you in and lock you in, fam? Sam? Okay, Sam. I got you. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it a lot.
Good call from Sam, man. Sam, I am. You know what I'm saying? Hell with the media. Yes, Keith Bruce. Man, me and Keith Bruce is on the same page. On the same page. Whether they say something good or bad. If I'm a Cowboys player, I'm not listening. For 28 years, they said things good for us. You know? They do the same thing every year. They beat us down to pick us up. They look, the disingenuous thing that, for example, my guy, Stephen A. Smith, he said, we're not going to go there when Bart Scott said that ill-advised comment, what can go wrong will go wrong about the Cowboys. We're not going to go there. For just 24 hours or to 48 hours removed from him making that statement, for him to laugh and key and scoff at the Cowboys for losing this weekend. To the degree that the media, I think that Shay Sharp played for the Broncos. Let me know if he didn't. I think he did, right? I think that Shay Sharp played for the Ravens. I don't think he played for any other team, but he played for the Broncos and the Ravens. Both of those teams lost. But they had the nerve and the audacity to speak about the Cowboys' loss, and you would never, ever think that if you had a team that you played for and they lost, it was 70 70-20. And the first thing he going to echo out is how the Cowboys lost. That should have been the leading conversation all this week. But losing by that amount of point don't mean nothing. But let's talk about the Cowboys on how they lost. But let me know, did the Ravens lose? Put it like this. Let me contextualize it from here. Both of those quarterbacks getting paid $20 to $30 million more than Dak Prescott, I believe. Did they bring up the salary on how much money Lamar Jackson is making? Or how much money? Sierra husband is making? No. But people will buy into that. They talk more about the Cowboys' misfortunes than they are. All right, from the 901, you're live on the Nation.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Trey, let me save your number in here. You got another government name in here. Let me take that one off. Yeah, what's good?
Okay. So my thing of it is, I don't know. My son get on me all the time. I tell people, I just felt like that game was a, I won't say trap game.
Okay.
But I'll say that it was like a setup. Because you're not going to tell me those two games that we played, the first two games that we played, the way we were stopping people, the Giants couldn't even score. You understand what I'm saying? And we see how they play, because they can play. Look how they play the other teams. You see what I'm saying? Came back with the Cardinals. But my thing of it is, the way they played Sunday, ain't no way you going to tell me. And Dan Quinn claims that he's upset. Okay, Dan, you're the damn coach. What do you mean you upset? Like, how is it that them folks was getting through the way they was getting through?
Oh, my God.
And I don't care what nobody say. If Diggs was on that field Sunday, he would have been all the way back there with that guy that got them 64 yards. He would have been already back there. And you know he would have.
Oh, yeah, in big play.
That guy from getting in the end zone with that ball. You know that.
Yeah.
So why you don't set Donovan up to do that? Or whoever it is that's taking his blame, I meant to say. Why you don't set him up to do the same thing? He was doing it when Diggs was out there.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Like, stop playing down to our competition. It seems like every time we play somebody that they know that they beat us in before, we'll go and play down to them. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in the world that boy who bagging up for for Murray was supposed to do it the way he did it that Sunday night.
Dobbs put us like on a corn on a cob, boy. Dobbs.
I mean, come on. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then, not only that, you got three players. You got three players. D-Law did his job. D-Law did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, but
you understand what I'm saying? But I'm trying to figure out why was everybody right there in the front, and you got the players with the red jerseys in the backfield. So you know if they can't run, guess what he's finna do? He's finna throw. What's wrong with y'all? Like, you don't see that? And then on our offense, okay, we already missing key players. This the last year for Tyron. I love him. I love Tyron.
Good guy. Yeah.
I really do. But it's time out for him. He get hurt every year. The same hurt every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's time out. Time out. We need to get somebody to sit there in that line so they can stop them folks from getting in that. He didn't get, sacked twice now?
Yeah.
I think he got sacked. Did he get sacked when we played the Jets?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Okay, so I'm saying, ain't no reason why Dak running. That's why I'm trying to get mad at everybody. Why y'all talking about Dak? Y'all didn't see Dak running, going to get them 1st and 10s and stuff? Yeah, he messed up in the end zone in the last. Yes, he did. I don't know why he saw 3 damn red jerseys and threw that damn.
Oh, you talking about with 3 minutes left on the clock? Yeah, that was devastating. You had Tony Pollard in the flat, and the way Okoye saw it, it was going to be picked off regardless. He shouldn't have hit that target at all.
No, C.D. Lamb and Ferguson was open, wide open.
Are you talking about which one? You talking about the one before the interception?
The one before the interception.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And what I'm saying to you is this: stop trying to throw the ball to your friends to get them they touchdown. You see a man wide open, that you got that arm, boo. Throw it.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
with him.
These people know. They know our West Coast. They know this. They know it. And Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy got to switch that shit up. If they can get through there, we can get through there too. What's the problem?
No doubt.
What's the problem?
Trey? I appreciate you for calling in. One more. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say this to Brandon before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, you are a Cowboy fan, but you're more of a critic than a fan. You understand what I'm saying? Because you always got something negative to say, but you will bag your Cowboys up. So you're a critic. You're not a real fan, okay? Because fans don't put the team down. We just talk about how bad they done. You don't talk about your team. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. We Cowboys for life. We going to get this done, and we going to move on. How about them Cowboys? Let them hang, let them swing. Y'all have a great day. Love you, Law.
Much love to you too, Trey. That's a good call from her, from the 901, representing Tanner K. Yes, indeed. So I got a super chat. Appreciate you for the super chat here. We got David says, Law, we never played well against the Cards. I think in the last visits we were like 1 and 8 or something like that in the last few visits there. Last time we beat them, we had a guy named Bryce Butler on the team. I think that was 2000 and either 16 or 17, something like that. But Cards, they do play us pretty well, and they gear up to play us, man. You know, even though we kind of walk in there as far as the fandom cocky, because I've seen videos of us showcasing the fact that, you know, we run Arizona, but we just haven't had the results that we're looking for. I got my guy, it was one other topic that I wanted to touch on, but I kind of lost it. But you guys get what I'm saying. Unlucky says that DC for life. Yep. 2017. Shout out to you, Willie T. Appreciate you. So it was 17. 904 DT. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, man, how you doing? It's always good talking to you.
Not much,
I could talk to you all day and listen to them clowns on ESPN and Fox.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
But we're gonna get through this.
Yo.
And I'm going to give you a little history. The Cardinals used to be in our division.
Yep.
Even when we were Super Bowl and we was killing everybody.
Yep.
But they beat us, and they always have. They've been going back to the 70s, and I'm 68 right now. They wouldn't have a good season, but they would find a way to beat the hell. They had our number.
Yeah. And Aeneas Williams was the guy that gave Michael Irvin the fits. And then I remember when we made it to the playoff, this was the start of the downfall of the Cowboys, too. Remember a guy by the name of Jake Plummer?
I remember
in that playoff.
I remember him.
Oh,
I was overseas when that happened.
Yeah.
I remember him. But I'm going to take you further back than that. I remember one year, this was in the 70s, late 70s, they had a quarterback named Neil Romax.
And
he had a receiver, Roy Green. He was defense, and then they switched him to receivers. I mean, he used to kill us. He used to kill us. But on the flip side of that, we would always come back the following weeks and weeks after that and tear everybody's ass up.
Yeah.
So we're going to be okay.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
We're going to be fine. I'm not mad at Dan Quinn. Maybe he had a bad day because all the other defensive coordinator, Monty Tifton,
Marinelli, Rob Marinelli.
Rob Marinelli, the two twin brothers with the bad hair days.
Ryan,
you remember them?
The belly
guy. Yeah, with his raggedy ass.
Yeah.
Monty Tifton, that's Lane Tifton's daddy.
Yeah.
The one that used to fall asleep up there in the box.
He fell asleep, you know. Huh? He's alive or he dead? Because the defense sure dead.
Yeah. They had to wake his ass up.
Wake up, man. We playing cover 3, man. What we doing?
and Stephen A. Smith, after he threw that ball at the Yankee ball game the other day, he reminded me of an old program, the Three Stooges, and they had one character named Stinky. And he was, if you hit him, he says, "Oh, stop that," you know. And that's how he looked that day. So he can't say nothing. And like you said, Nobody said nothing about the damn Broncos getting beat down like that. Got the numbers beat off their ass.
They got beat bad, bro. You know, they got beat so bad.
That's bad.
Oh,
that's bad. I mean, they got beat so bad that the paramedics had to come out there and say time of death. That's bad. And the Ravens, they gave old boy all that money, and the Browns ain't doing that good. And like I said, the Cardinals, they just played us 2 years ago in our house and they beat us. So they know us. We always had a struggle with them. More than the Eagles, the Giants, and the Redskins. They always gave us fits. They used to be in our division.
Right.
But we're going to bounce back. Just get that line back. Get that line back. And it's one, I'm going to let you go out there and say this. That one moment that they showed when Mike McCarthy was almost in Dak's face, I just wish he'd have said, look, get your head out your ass. That one time, he needs that. He needs somebody to get in his ass one time. Yeah. Get your head out your ass.
Yeah.
You got this contract coming up.
Yeah.
Get your head out your ass.
Yeah.
But, man, it's good hearing from you again. Me and my son's going to see the game up there in Charlotte in a few weeks.
Okay. Well, take some pictures, man, and have a sign say, Law Nation. I'll just play with you, man. Appreciate you, DT.
Huh? I'm going to have my sons and my grandkids do that because, you know, I do that, yeah.
Yeah, indeed, man.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? You know, if I ever in my life see a fan that's in the stands, man, with a Law Nation shirt on, hat, new media thing, or poster, man, that's going to make my life right there. Here's what he said, and I get it. Yes, Shay Sharp did talk about the Broncos losing or what have you, but he, on his independent channel, from a cell phone, pulled up some drink when the Cowboys lose. So that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about what he was told to say. You know what I'm saying? With the 70-piece and 20 flats or 50 flats or something like that. What is it? 50-piece, 20-piece flat, something like that. Whatever he said, it was a good quote. That was all him thinking of the quote, and somebody else probably told him to say that and make that on the fly, what have you. But this brother, he pulled out his cell phone, right? And he said, hey, the Cowboys, you know, and this and stuff. And it's another dude. I can't wait for the doggone when the Eagles lose. That's what I'm waiting on the Eagles to lose next. Because Gilly, I'm coming for him. I'm going to do my whole Gilly the video. Ha! You see this? You see this? You see what the Cowboys do? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Because Gilly was crying at that doggone Super Bowl. Yes, indeed. When the Eagles lose, I'm going to do my whole channel just like this in honor of Gilly the kid. Yeah. Let's go. You know? Yeah, I'm going to do my whole video because they be waiting for us to lose. They be waiting for us to lose, you know what I'm saying? So it's revenge, you know. Let's go. Misery Love Company Law. Yes, indeed. So I can't wait to jump on to that, man. I got my guy Scott, Cowboy, Noah B, and then VIP. Let's go. Let's get it. Noah B, you're live on the Nation.
Yo, what's up with Law Nation?
Nothing to it, bro. Talk to me, man.
My Cowboy fans and I don't know for women, but fans out there. First of all, Law, man, I was looking at the the stats of the game, man. Everything looked about even from passing to rushing, and we actually got more first downs than them. We converted more third downs than they did.
We did.
And we actually had 23 actually more plays ran on offense than what Arizona ran. Yeah. So when I'm looking back at those numbers and adding it all up, I started thinking, why we couldn't put up more points?
1 for 5, 1 for 5 in the red zone. That's why I told Okoye after we looked at the film, I said, I literally don't want the Cowboys to try to rearrange and change anything on the playbook side. Outside of Dak throwing for 40 times, I'm not a big fan of that. I want him I'm not a big fan of that, him throwing 20. I want him to throw 25 to right at 30 as the max, but 25 attempts we would do it for me. But we killed them with time of possession, but that 1 for 5 in the red zone was our Achilles heel. So that's 35. If we just scored a touchdown, that's 35 points.
That's 30. Yep, that's 30. That's 35 points. I know people hitting on our defense, but I mean, not having Diggs, it is a setback. I won't say it's a major setback, but the young lady that called in like two calls ago, she was saying why Dan Quinn can't set Bland up to do what Diggs was doing. It's because the opposing team, they are aware when Diggs on the field, it's a high chance they're not gonna throw to his side. And they're not gonna throw to his side that often anyway. So that play probably wouldn't even came about if he was playing, because he wouldn't even look that way. It would have been a whole nother play call. So we can't expect for Bland to be Diggs out there. So that's why
that play itself was a blown coverage. It was cover 3, supposedly been a cover 3, but Gilly he ran a man to man. So he carried his man, and then he said, "Oh snap! I supposed to have that deeper third on that side," and he didn't. He didn't have that half of the field. And granted, 14 was wide open. It was too late. 14 knifed us.
And then them dang old penalties, they hurt us. They hurt us a lot too. So yeah, they almost double them with penalties. So I think it was just as a team. I'm not putting it on the offense, and I'm not putting it on the defense. As a team, I just feel like we didn't execute. We could have, if we would have, like you said, we just executed better. We get the victory. I don't want to blame Dak this game. I don't want to blame a player for not being in the right spot. Even on that play you just talked about, even with that play, I still feel like we still should have won the game, you know? Because like you say, we had opportunities in the red score to put up 7 instead of 3.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of all I had to say. I wanted to get out my chest about them boys today. But I will say this: watching the Cowboys all my life, man, and even watching Dak for all these years, I don't like criticizing Dak, but I just felt like I just on that play, I knew Dak. This what Dak needs to do, man. I don't know if he a good leader, but I want to see him on the sideline, like pumping people up, man.
Yeah.
I do, because it seems like the same thing every year. It do. It seems like we look the same as we did last year. I just want him to see him do one thing different to change the chemistry of the team, man, to get them going when we down like that. Somebody, that's all we need. One person, just one person, just one person. When we down
to be that like I know exactly what you're saying. You've seen it through Peyton Manning, right? Dolphin head Manning would get in there. He get into the face of his opposition. You've seen it with Tom Brady, right? He firing up. And we know how pumped Drew Brees was, you know, when he get all animated on the sidelines. And we used to have that with Troy Aikman, too. He'll get on the sidelines, cussing people out, moving Gatorade stuff around on the table and stuff like that. And you would have known, like, Dak is nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if an offensive lineman F up on a play, Dak ain't going to point him out and call him out. Troy, shoot, he going to cut him out. My dude, Peyton Manning, he going to cuss him out. He going to point out. You know what I'm saying? Dak going to be like, okay, next play. He did it one time. I seen his brother do it one time, and it was in Oxnard.
I bet. When you seen him do, I bet it had you crunk, didn't it?
It had me crunk because Peyton Henderson shot in Oxnard. He literally dropped the ball, right? And Dak ran up to him, yeah. I said, yes, that's the Dak that I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because as a quarterback, you're going to F up. You're going to throw a pick. You're going to throw an interception. But if you don't ever give us that energy in return, like when somebody else F up, we just going to think that that's naturally how the place will go.
Yeah. Exactly. One more thing, and you 100% right. I know our fan base can agree on that, because it's like after plays whether he mess up or not, the camera even show him, he'll kind of just be stern, looking off, and then he'll go to the bench. And what he do? Get right on that tablet.
Right.
We need just a little bit, Dak. I hope you listening. Just give us just a little bit, man.
Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
because like we say, time of possession, plays, first downs, the opportunities is there. It's just we need just that little bit. We know you're not Parsons, but just a little bit. Parsons can't do the offense and the defense.
Yeah,
No,
man.
that's
But
all I got.
we'll find out, man. But at the end of the day, too, I don't want you to be somebody that you're not. So if that's his psyche and that's his mentality, that's what works for him, you know.
Right.
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
we need him to work for us, for this team.
I feel you, bro.
Hey, just for this 1 year, get out of character, man. Don't change the play on the field. Get out of character. Stay within the guidelines, but get out of character just a little bit, man.
No doubt, bro.
You know what? Another day, I'm going to talk about some more stuff that got to do with contracts and all that, but for today, just get out of character a little bit.
Just a little bit, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How about them Cowboys, man? We still in this thing. It's just one loss, y'all. We'll be all right.
one loss, man.
Whole season to go.
No doubt, man. And that's just how he perceived. Now, that's how he perceived it, right? So we're not saying that he should be that way, by the way. Just be who you are. And if y'all agree with Noah, let me know in the chat. Say, yeah, I want Dak to be boisterous. I want not like Gus Frerotte, though. Y'all remember Gus Frerotte? He would play for the Washington team. He scored a touchdown, ran in there, banged his head on the doggone goal line. And we seen Dak will flex on you. You know what I'm saying? He will flex on you and do all of that. Psycho Tom will go psycho. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things. Whereas Cowboys, man, the spotlight will be there, and it's just how it is, y'all, man. All right. So next caller, was it you, my guy? It was you, my guy, VIP from the 860, and then Scott. But I'm gonna let you get in now. VIP is you. Talk to me.
Law, it's VIP, baby.
Yeah.
Law, you know it takes 24 to 48 hours. I got to see a therapist. I don't digest L's well, Law.
Yeah, we don't.
And after watching the film of this, I come out feeling a lot better than a lot of my frantic, on the fence Cowboy Nation. Now, let me say this respectfully. I love my brother MJ, so I'm going to need y'all to back up off my bro. He's having a moment right now. Obviously, DQ is that man. I don't like DQ. I love
DQ. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an analogy, Law. One time I was in Spanish Harlem, Law. You know, I don't know if you ever been in Spanish Harlem, Law, but if you from the Bronx, if you go into other territory, other boroughs, you gotta be mindful of your surroundings.
Right.
And I had this girl, Law. I mean, she was a dime plus 9, Law.
Wow.
And man, after
19.
the telly, Law, I just got lost for time, Law.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a Ford tram, I'm taking it back, and forgetting where I'm at, forgetting my surroundings, mess around, Law, and I got a pistol to my head.
Wow.
Because I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, Law.
Yeah.
I say that to say this, Law. Everybody gets caught slipping sometimes. Obviously, I never went to Spanish Harlem without 2 things on me. Next time.
I thought that you was gonna go to that line. You pull that strap on me, you better kill me, cause my 4 phones make sure all your kids won't grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming. I thought you was gonna turn into Tupac, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you better shoot me if you gonna pull that strap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Law,
got shot, but I didn't die.
I was
you know.
thinking that in the back of my mind, I was thinking that, Law. But in the front of my mind, I was like, he's got a gun. His boy got one.
Okay.
You know what, bro? I think I'm going to make a business decision on this one, Law. And I would say, yo. So I made a call to some of my homies come so they could look, and, you know, they came and rescued me, so it got me out of a sticky situation. But I'm just saying, Law, just be mindful of your surroundings, Law. So when you're in the trenches, Law.
Right.
Now, I know a lot of people from, you know, that call in, Law, they live in the trenches via this online.
Yeah.
I'm 10 toes down. I was 10 toes down in the trenches, so I know how to maneuver. So when ROP comes, when you have that run pass option, Law, blow the quarterback up.
Yeah.
There is nothing else to do, nothing else to say. Micah, but you know what? Micah, I'm giving my Lion some smoke this week because he blew a couple of them.
He did.
The Lion got selfish. That big run that Dorbs made, the Lion got selfish.
did.
And I love the Lion, but the Lion got something. So you can't blame DQ
Yeah.
for us getting, and that's not the Lion being self. The Lion is just, he's being a Lion. He's in attack mode.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, I'm going after the running back because that's what's killing us. That's what I want to stop. He's got to be, I need DQ to sit down with him this whole week and be like, eat the quarterback. That's all I want
Michael
you to do.
Parsons,
Eat the quarterback.
you fast enough to eat the quarterback every time. Man, I would take a strong 15. I'd take a good fine right now, Michael. You know what I'm saying? Let Jerry Jones pay for it. Hit the quarterback.
Yes.
Hit the quarterback.
Yes. Or
Hit
do
the
like how
quarterback.
D. Will, this is what I studied. D. Will used to straddle between the quarterback and the running back whenever they used to run that run pass out. He just make himself wide and don't commit to none of them. Now that quarterback is in a panic zone. And then you just attack the quarterback.
Yeah.
So you hit that quarterback enough. He's like, yo, he's going to sound like, yeah, bro, we taking this run pass option out of here, B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, bro, nah. I'm optioning out of that.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the kill. Yeah. He hitting me, coach. You know what I'm saying? Attack the mesh point, man. And if the quarterback try to do this and keep, just know that he's getting hit regardless. And that was saying the information and the message real strong. And if the running back get upfield, then that's when your linebacker do his job. You know, it's just that, you know,
And
my guy LVE
is a liability. What I watched in the film, LVE is a liability. I'm going to need my boy Wanye back on the goddamn field, and I'm going to need Bell back on the field.
LVE is guy with CPT. Yeah. he's the only non-brother with CPT.
He knows where to be, Lord. But he did sure.
I'm gonna be there, man. I'll be there in 5 minutes, man.
The gun when they come and stick you up, he drops the gun. The gun fall on the ground. He's that dude, Lord. He's the one that you hear.
Hey, for my people that don't know that, man, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Translate for him, bro. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Translate that.
Yeah. Like that, and that's what he is, Lord. He's like, yo, I'll be there. Hold on. Just hold the train for me. He knows, Lord, where to be. He knows where to be. The running back, and he watched the guy run by him, and then he reacts.
Hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes, man. Hey, I'm on my way, man. I'm on my way. I'm right down the street, man. Not street. I'm right down the street.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Knowing he's 10 minutes away, knowing he ain't got no goddamn intention on being there. Lord, at this point, I'm telling you, he's a liability, Lord. I never wish for somebody to get hurt because I know how we fall into that nepotism where Jerry calls down like, yo, I want this player to start. This player's he's getting a bag. As much as I love the hitman, let the hitman sit another week or so. Put Wanye back in there. Put Bell back in there. And then when you're on the goddamn red zone, I realized, well, I did watch film, not like everybody else. Our line was sus. That's the most Dak has been hit in both games. Dak has been hitting in this game more than he got hit in both the games combined.
Right.
And at first I was feeling Bass, but Bass, when I saw Bass, he has hand problems.
Yeah.
When you know how Mike was teaching the other linemen to be closer to him, when they were just swimming on him. They were swimming on him, getting right by him.
Hey, VIP, man, before I let you go, though, man, you're going to have to tell me the rest of that story with that dime plus 9, you know, in peace, what happened, you know, after that gun was pulled. You know, you got to tell me a little. I'm thinking that you probably said, hey, you passed her off, you know what I'm saying? They hit the mesh point and you passed it off.
You have to understand, Law. They don't well from like the Spanish, and they didn't really like that. So when you walk home with one of theirs, it's a problem if you're walking into their war zone. You know why? In the Bronx side is a lot of diversity, but you're in Spanish Harlem. It's more or less it's Spanish Harlem.
So technically, you walked in there. You're like, I'm Dominican. No, I'm Dominican. I ain't part of you.
But see,
But see, Lord, I'm 6'3", 223. So I stand out. You know what I mean, Lord? So,
I'm not black. I'm not black. I'm not black. I'm Dominican.
Yeah, I started pulling out my best butt equalize, but I know a lot of people, Lord, so I was connected. So luckily, my man saw what was going on. So he ran up like, yo, that's Lovey, man. Leave home alone. You know his family is woo, 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 woo.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm connected like cable in the hood, Lord. So you can't, there's certain things you can't do. I'm not no normal person.
Oh, okay.
So when that happened, my man ran up and he was like, woo, 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 But end of the day, Lord, if I wasn't connected, I would have been caught slipping. They would have, what they do to OT people, they strip you down, Lord. They make you walk home naked, like butt naked.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I'm from Mississippi there, man. Hey, when they don't like you around there, you know it. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for tuning in, man.
But, Lord, you know what it is. All I'm going to say is, look, Lord, have faith in how I am Cowboys. I ain't a killer, but don't push me, B.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy VIP, man. If y'all don't know, man, he favors Tupac real hard, man. And, yeah, man, so y'all be careful out there in Spanish Harlem. Be careful out there, man. I haven't been to New York since 2002, I believe. So, yeah, it's been a minute. Last time I was there, the towers were still up there. The Twin Towers was still up there. And we got a chance to do a tour and everything. So it's been a long time to be in that area. But shout out to him. I know if I ever go now, I can just call Brooklyn VIP. I can call VIP here. And I got family, man. I hit my guy $100,000 up, man. And he's in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So I got family out there, man. I got family out there in New York. I won't have to worry about it. I got Spanish Harlem family, too. Ain't that right, y'all? Somebody, if you're in Spanish Harlem right now watching, let me know, man. I come over there and get me a plate. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got Lokes, man. You're live from the 972. Talk to me, man.
Buenos tardes, La Nation. The best of the best, the voice of the nation, man. How you doing, man? Great afternoon. Hey, it's
great,
man. The Cowboys lost, but hey, it's football, man. We all take W's. We all take L's in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a perspective that not a lot of people thought of, right?
Right.
So I could have called in before the even game started. We were all cocky, and we had a point to be cocky. I mean, look at what we did to the Giants. Look what we did to the Jets.
Right.
Two legit defenses, and we had a right to, right?
Yeah.
But what we didn't overlook was who was the head coach of that Cardinals team, and who has been in our division for how many years or a year apart. So I'm pretty sure what he was up there is like,
right.
All right, guys, look, we're 0-2, but I know how to get these guys, all right? I got them. Like, if they start biting on this, we got them, First play out the gate, quarterback draw. Micah Parsons bites on it hard, and he runs out for how many yards? 40, 45
44 yards on it, yeah.
I'm like, and here comes that old Eagles playbook, that RPO or that, that team.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see if we can adjust. Let's see if we don't bite. And here we are, biting to the legs and not getting no cookie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, can we discipline ourselves? Because like you said, Law, it ain't about playing hero ball. It's about being disciplined to the ball. Correct?
Right. Correct.
So something I really wish or we got to attend to is our discipline, right? And not saying we're going against a lot of mobile quarterbacks, right? Because Mac Jones is not going to be that mobile. I'm going to be honest.
He ain't going to be that mobile.
Yeah, he's going to be mobile, but he ain't going to be that mobile like Josh or, Jalen or all that. So it's not going to be too much of a problem. But once we go against those mobile quarterbacks, it's something we got to watch out for. And I'll leave you at this, Law. Offensively, I mean, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. You know that saying, right?
Yeah.
That red zone Wolves, man.
Sheesh. 3 for 11.
At first I thought it was going to be, a little problem because, hey, we were, 3 out of 6 last week. That wasn't a big deal. But 1 out of 5, you can't have that. You got to capitalize in the opportunities that are given to you. And that's in anything. That's in life. That's in anything. If you have an opportunity, take it. You got to take it for, you never know if it's going to be there again. So that's what I have to have at Cowboys. Once you're there in that red zone, don't take it for granted.
Right.
Don't be like, all right, guys, let's do some little plays here and there. No, get that ball in the effing red zone. Let's get some many effing points and put that team on their thing. Because I promise you, Law, if we were up 14 or up on them Cardinals, that pressure would have flipped on the head to the Cards. So that's all, Law. It's easy fixes we can do. I ain't worried about Dak. Yeah, Dak had that. I don't know what he was looking at. I even told my homeboy, I was like, I don't know what he was looking at, those red T-shirts. But, hey, we were being forced. It was like something, we were down. We were trying to force something. So I'm not going to blame it too much on him, but it's something you cannot do in that game.
Can't do it.
That's it, Law. You have a great day. Go Cowboys. I ain't worried about it. And look, when it comes to week 5, we gonna beat the shit out of those 49ers. Sorry if I'm cussing, but hey,
you good.
I'm just that confident.
Let's go.
I'm just that confident. Hey, all right, man. You take care. Peace out. Go Cowboys.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Good call from my guy Lokes, man. Good, strong supporter of the channel, man, and doing his great job of keeping us informed of everything. And I feel exactly what he's saying. It's good to. People think, man, that you can't criticize a player, right? You can criticize them, right? Objectively, Don't. My honest biggest deal with fans when they say never, like when they use words like he would never or he won't be able, that is the craziest part of it. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? So never say never, because you never know. Nobody thought Eli Manning was gonna win 2 of them. You didn't think that Foles was going to win? Eagles fans, come on. If y'all can just have a heart-to-heart. Y'all didn't think Nick Foles was going to win. Y'all thought it was over with, right? But y'all rallied behind him. Y'all supported the dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's contagious, right? Then y'all ate horse droppings. Y'all built a statue in his name, right? Tore up the streets and stuff like that. And now you're complaining to us about, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, or explain it to us, right? At least we got a chance to see the Super Bowl while we were grown, right? And that's been 7 to 8 years now, right? Time, see how fast time goes, right? Is this statue still up, by the way? The Colby Taylor says Stafford either, right? Took him 13 seasons, right? Hey, Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks we've seen on this side of Mississippi. Haven't been back in 14 years. 14 years. That's a long time. He got him one, though. And truth be told, Mike McCarthy that year, they snuck into the playoffs. Hey, the back door open. Let's go in there. And they had a star-studded DB to be injured down the stretch for the rest of the season. His name was Charles Woodson. I got Scott Cowboys. You're live. Talk to me, man.
Hello?
What's good, man? I know you've been waiting forever, man. You're just live. The other person hung up, but you here, man. 210, you in. Scott, talk to us, man.
Okay, this is Doc. This is Doc out of SAT. Say, Lodo.
Doc.
I want to talk to you about the blame game.
Why
is everybody blaming the game on Dak Prescott? Put it like this. They got 22 men, 11 on offense, 11 on defense.
Mm-hmm.
That was a team loss. It wasn't no one-man loss. Dak played a good game. He made a mistake at the end, true enough, but they was already down 2 scores. There's 3 minutes left. Come on. The man ran the ball, and he didn't slide when he ran.
Yeah.
You understand? The offensive line, three linemen missing. You understand?
Yeah.
And the man, he played a good game. He took him down the field. It ain't his fault because they didn't score on the red zone. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They need to do something about that. Seriously. You got that big number 40 over there, that boy out of college, he gonna run that ball. He gonna run that ball. You understand? And as far as him Dak throwing the ball down the field, say, man, listen here. I've seen some pictures, of the coverage that they had on some of the receivers. You don't know where to throw the goddamn ball to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all stop blaming everything. And you know what? And the Cardinals have been a thorn in the Cowboys side for years, man. For years. When they was the St. Louis Cardinals, they used to give them the blues.
Now the Arizona caught them, they give them the blues. It's just one of those games, man. Everybody have one of them. Every team have one of them games. I don't care how good they are. I don't care how good they are. Kansas City Chiefs or anybody else. They all have them kind of games, you know. But it all comes back, they want to blame everything on one man. You can't blame everything on one man.
Can't, man.
Every man out there got a job to do. All them broken runs down the field for 30, 40 yards. Come on. That Prescott wasn't on defense.
Man. Free safety Dak.
You understand?
Yeah.
You understand? You follow me? He
Yeah,
wasn't
I follow.
on defense. Did nobody criticize none of them playing? Well, they let this man run 40 yards down the field. Let that man run 80 yards. Well, whatever, you know.
He get a hall
Dak
pass,
ain't
yeah. Yeah.
Dak ain't been under this kind of pressure with the first two games. I think he got sacked, 2-3 times this time, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So he threw an interception. Man, you can't blame that game on that man. You know, I don't know why they people doing that. You know, keep blaming it on him. Everything is on him. It's a team game, man. It's a team. Yeah, he makes some mistakes. All quarterbacks make mistakes. You understand? You know, no, he shouldn't have threw that ball. But like I said, once again, there's 3 minutes left in the game, and everybody trying to do something. You know, trying to make something happen. You know, but if they score in the red zone, they wouldn't have had that problem. Like one of you callers said, they'd had another 40-some points.
Yep.
They had 16. They'd had another 40-some points. They scored in the red zone. So, you know, you got to put that on McCarthy. McCarthy said last week that they was practicing in the red zone, practicing in the red. I don't see where. Where you was practicing because you didn't score nothing.
Nathan.
So y'all got to do a little better than that, man. Y'all got to do a
Yeah,
little better than
Doc.
that.
I appreciate you.
Okay, then. All right, Law, I'll talk to you later.
No doubt. Appreciate you, Doc. I got your name saved in here right now. Appreciate you.
Okay, all right.
No doubt. That Doc right here. I could tell he's been around this world for a long time. You understand? Yeah. When they start talking and leaving with you understand. You know he been around. He been around the world and yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Cowboy Nation. This was a long marathon show, but it was necessary. I guess I made up for some time that I didn't go live independently yesterday, right? And now I gave you guys some unbelievable time today. You understand? So, and if you understand me, you can't blame one person. No, you understand. And that's what Doc was saying. You understand? You know? So y'all got to be understanding that it's a complete team sport. And if you understood what he was saying, you understand that when it's time to work on that red zone, understand this, that the Cowboys better be ready because there will be no understanding from the 4-ladder, 3-ladder network because, yes, the blame will fall heavy on the crown, right, of Rain Dakota Prescott. You know, that's just how it goes. You understand? So, and that's right. Ain't that sure enough? You know, he said sure enough too. So sure enough, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, so it's an extreme team sport, and we got to play complete 11-11 football. You know what I'm saying? Or you understand, right? So I don't want y'all to be all angry and upset. The Cowboys slipped, but they didn't fail, or they didn't fall, basically. The season is still in process. And on top of that, if you look at it and contextualize it, we're not mathematically out of it. The standings, if you understand me on this, Cowboys, we right there, right into the thick of it. Sure enough, ain't this right? Trey know what I'm talking about. Sure enough. So Mike McCarthy, King early the wise, you understand, you know, he said Mike McCarthy lied. That's okay. Sometimes it's good to lead people astray, right? So the next opponent won't know, or the opposition know what we are doing. Keep them in the dark, and that's what's going to happen for this particular weekend. The Cowboys are on a 9-game home winning streak. We play pretty well at the crib. We do. We put up good stuff at the crib. So let's continue to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And if I left out anybody's super chat, let me know, and I'll try to get back to them right now on my way out. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe that's listening, I want to say this. We okay. We heading into week 4. And today is the last day that we talk about this. You understand? And if you understand it correctly, the final word will be tonight. And we will go over some of the numbers and the things that we need to talk about and comb through line for line, precept upon precept, and then we'll move on. You understand? You understand? We're going to move on, and we're going to talk about those good old Patriots. And we're going to go over all what they did this past week and what we're going to do against them. Right? We got okay, I got everybody's super chat. I got Daryl. He gave a $5 support. I got Davis, who gave a $1.99 support. Appreciate you. He said, "Law, we never played well against the Cards." And then I got my guy, Roy Williams, defense guy, not the wide receiver, right? $5 super chat. Law, I think some of our assistant coaches are letting us down during the game. LBDLs, the assistants on the offensive line coach. Yeah. But overall, you know, it's under Dan Quinn's umbrella, right? And although the assistants may be doing technicalities wrong or play design, play call wrong, they're going to have to stand tall, because at the end of the day, this is Dan Quinn's defense, right? So I think that the Dan Quinn, he's going to stand tall and get things going back for us. He's going to get things going back for us in the right way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it at all. On the way out, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys, we haven't really lost back-to-back games, I believe, since 2020. That's a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So this coaching staff is pissed all the way off. Give them time and room to make the corrections. You learn more from your losses than your wins, believe it or not. And I know that's kind of like, hey, you know, that cliche, Law. You also learn more from your failures than your success. Multiple times living on this dimension and this plane, I've learned to suffer. For when I suffer, I gain. There's an element, there's something that can grab hold to you, that can re-energize your thought path when you lose. You look at that play over and over again. You know, when we was picking out characters of the DC universe, right? Dallas Cowboys universe, you get it? I picked Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange was able to see 1,000 possibilities. One argued and said 1,000,000 possibilities on how to beat Thanos. But on the very first season of Doctor Strange, before Thanos, he had to fight a guy, an evil entity. I think his name was Dormammu. Y'all can put his real name. I think that's his name. But he continued to fight him over, and he lost again and again. He kept continuing to fight him over and over again. And that's why I picked Doctor Strange as my Marvel character. Because Law is going to figure it out. You may think that you're better than me, but I know for one, there's nobody on this universe that can outwork me. I know for one that there's nobody got a memory as well as mine. For three, I know for one, nobody can outspeak Law Nation. No. God gave me the gift of gab, and I'm going to use it. Yes. Oh, he's just talking nonsense. But my words can move your heart and levitate your soul to different places. My thoughts are way ahead. I can see them coming before they came. Yes, indeed. You might not like me what I'm going to say here, but, you know, it is what it is. That's a gift that the grand creator gave and bestowed upon me, that I can see a strip and read it one time and know it and commit it to memory. But I come here to tell you, it took failure to maximize that process. It took failure to understand that process. It took failure for me to be down on my back, knowing that if I can look up, I can get up to be able to get here. And I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys, even though it's been 27 to 28 years of failure, being in the pain, this, as we say, we stuck in this game, holler my name. We all gonna die, we bleed through similar veins, huh? Y'all ain't gonna like me here. But listen. Hear me out. They should be able to pick up these pieces. And Dan Quinn pull on the great things that happened in that game. Mike McCarthy pull on the great things that happened in that game. Move out the horrible things and collide those things together and make the necessary adjustments. That's why we didn't have back-to-back losses. I'm not saying that the Cowboys are going to 1,000% win this game, but they're not going to play like they played last week because they're going to make the necessary adjustments. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and you lose all terror of your mind, your body, and soul. If you go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, anybody that's listening, you don't even have to like me, but if you levitate and gravitate to these words and apply them to your soul and sinew, they will be able to push you into higher hopes and dreams of the realities. And I get it when people say that, hey, Law is over here selling dreams. Didn't Dr. Martin Luther King sold you a dream? Didn't Malcolm X teach you a thing? Didn't Marcus Garvey lead you the way? Come on, Nelson Mandela, was locked away and got out. Come on. So I'm here to motivate and move you. Jimmy Johnson had a mindset, psychology. He put it together for the football field. Now you're listening to Law. Come on. And for those who will say that, hey, this guy is a fool that's talking, the Creator said, I will take the foolish things of this world, the things that you will call a clown, the things that you will try to spit names bad about me, to confine the wise and elevate you. So even when you're thought to try to disrespect the law, I'm giving you the blessings that you can take to help elevate yourself, right? That can remove you from living in your mom's basement or sleeping out of your car or sleeping on the side of the streets, because even the people that hate the law over here, they can get blessings and receive some unbelievable fortunes from law. That's what I'm gonna do over here. So this is what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't block the troll, because very much so, just like there was a man that was riding a horse trying to go out there and kill a few people for believing on a certain cause, and then all of a sudden Almighty knock him off and open up his eyes to the realities of life, liberty, and a whole bunch of other things. That pursuit of happiness change his mind a complete way. Could be the same for that fool that thought to call me a fool, right? That thought to call me a clown. As we gonna get on down from here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now your elevation of knowledge is here. The third eye is open, and now you can see for what it is. This is only entertainment, baby. And if you got a chance to get some of this stuff that can take you beyond sports just by listening to me today,
Hey, we came on a mission. It's capture or kill.
Let's go, baby.
Are you not entertained? Woo! Are you not entertained?
That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Damn. Damn.
Yes, indeed.
Whoa.
Give me my theme music.
Yeah, baby. Tell Eric Stewart that's good fruit and long suffering. You know what I'm saying? Roll those credits for me, baby. Although my credit machine ain't working no more. Yes, indeed. Come on, baby. Big Simple. Appreciate you. Ooh.
I've been really in the field.
Hey.
Feel.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Man, my credit machine ain't working no more, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to fix it one day, man. But we get the credit. We get it. It ain't showing up today. That's okay. Yes, indeed. So for Eric Stewart, can somebody put down 1 and 3 in the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? I saw y'all lost more Super Bowls than I got a chance to witness my team win Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? But no, not technically. Yeah, because I seen my team win 3. Can you put down how many Super Bowl rings you got a chance to see Eric Stewart? Come on, baby.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer.
1 and 3. I got a chance to see the Eagles lose in triple HD. I'm talking about so clear of a quality that I got a chance to see Jalen Hurts roll tide. OU Jalen Hurts. Now Eagles Jalen Hurts. Fumble the ball. If you seen Jalen Hurts fumble the ball with nobody touching him, not even anybody close to him, put hurt in the chat because he's hurt. Eric Stewart, he's hurt. Come on. Yes, indeed. 1 and 3, nasty work. You see, he's here. Hear me out. He's here because he know he can get the qualities of content here. The Eagles' content ain't that good of quality. That's why he's here. You know, he want to get some quality over here. Yes, indeed. Hey, Lo. You haven't seen. That's how he sound literally. You haven't seen the Cowboys win the Super Bowl without that VHS tape. Well, granted, I had never seen my team lose in HD. You know, I got a chance in triple HD see Donovan McNabb throw up. I said, man, that look like Cheerios and cornflakes he done ate, and now he's throwing it up in the field.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go birds, fly, fly.
Oh no, we got double.
Go birds.
Let's go birds.
Look at if I got Eric in the chat. Eric, that was you. Look, put the camera back on me, y'all. Put the camera, please, back on me. Eric, I get it. That was you. That was you in the chat. That was Eric. That's you and your Swedes, man. Come on, Eric, man. You my dog, man. Come on. How you gonna let your lady get on national TV and you were just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm trying to squeeze tonight, man. I'm trying to smash. Let's go watch my guy Eric one more time. Eric, man, come on, man. I thought you had a little bit of game in you. Look at Eric, y'all. Simp. Eric, man, come on, man. You don't have to sell yourself short, man. Come on, man. Come on, at least teach her how to spell the name that you root for. But that's okay, Eric, man. Y'all 3-0 for right now. But, man, this is just good joy that I like to see. Man, hey, but you don't have to do that much, man, to get a little bit, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. At least teach us some ABCs. Come on, man, you know. See, I try to be nice, man. I try to be nice. Eric, like, man, I ain't finna mess this up tonight, man. It took me about how many years? Oh, okay. 6-7 years to get that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess that up, you know. Take a drag of my cigarette, breathe me out, breathe you in. Yeah. Come on, baby. Oh, my goodness. Breath smelling like cashews. We got to fix that. Don't let the street lights hit you. You know it's dangerous. Come on, Commanders. Ooh, Commanders go play them Eagles. E-G-L-E something. What was she was spelling? She put a lot of L's in there, right? I follow E-L-E-L E-G-G. I can't even not spell it like she spelled it. Y'all put down in the chat how she spelled it. Yep. Let me see how she spelled it one more time, just to check, double check, man.
Go Birds! Let's go Birds!
Oh my gosh, man. Come on, man. Let's slow it down, man.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool.
No offense to you, Eric, man. You're a good soldier, man. Continue to hit that share, subscribe, and let people know where to go. Riggs. Shout out to Sniper Gang.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on. Shout out to your Asmodeus. Hey.
So tell you
goodbyes.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Damn!
All the haters. Big slap. Shout out to Kelvin Samuel. Appreciate him. May he rest in peace. Check out Super Friends. We got a show that's going to be there at the top of this hour, or right now. It should be live right now. I'll give y'all the link.
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way I follow. No need to say where we are.
What's up, Super?
I follow to the edge.
What's up, Super Friends? The NFC.
So tell
Check it out right here. It's right there in the description or in the link. Check me out. NFC East Super Friends. Come on. Until next time.
FBI, open up! Sacrifice.
Until next time, DC for life. Salute.